Fam, you wouldn't show up to your game unprepared, so why you still wilding out down there? That's why I had to collab with Manscaped. It's all about precision, confidence, and staying ready for whatever's coming your way, if you get what I mean. When you feel clean, you move different. And on the Courtnee Edgar show, we keep it real, we keep it sharp, focused, and ready for anything. Now, I ain't gonna steer you wrong, so you gotta make sure you hit the link below. The link is gonna be in the description as well as pinned in the chat. And look, get your Manscaped kit right now and stop showing up to life unprepared. Now let's get into it. Welcome to the Courtnee Edgar Show. What is good with it? Welcome to another show. Welcome to one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun. As long as we get back to the money, real conversations, real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. You feel me? So listen, we got a ton of things to cover today. We got to cover a lot of things to cover, right? So, but before we do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure you hit that bell notification, bro. Because listen, we need more people to come over here to this channel to find this channel. Because look, we be rocking out. We be rocking out over here on the Courtnee Edgar Show. And the reason I say that is because, for one, not only do we have the conversations on YouTube, but we move different on the Patreon. So if you haven't tapped into the Patreon yet, make sure you tap into the Patreon. I'm telling you, if you want to learn new things, if you want to learn from different people who are in different fields or in their or is successful in their respective fields, you definitely want to be over there. You want to learn from them, you want to grow and build yourself up and level up in life, you definitely want to go into the Patreon. So make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, matter of fact, let me go ahead and pin it in the chat. Let me go ahead and put it in the chat as well. So that way you guys will have that. Give me a minute. Ooh. Put this damn thing in away. All right, bet. Let's put that in the chat. Boom. Boom. Now it is pinned in the chat. So now you see in the chat and in the description as well. So we got a lot of shit to cover today. We got a lot of things to cover. We got the ice. We got the ice situation going on with the no king situation. Then we got to talk about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Then we're going to talk about Jennifer Lopez. And what else we got? What else we got to cover? We got Stephen A, Jasmine Crockett. Man, we got a lot to cover today. So look, we're going to go ahead and get started so we can get to it. All right. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit that bell notification. Let's go ahead and lock in, man.
Of Hanover Park was set to swear in this officer tonight as an official officer of Hanover Park. That is until he was taken into custody here in Hanover Park this morning by ICE agents. The Department of Homeland Security telling us that this man overstayed his
what it do, macaroni?
Allegedly expired in 2015. The Department of Homeland Security says it encountered Radul Bojovic in a targeted enforcement action, part of Operation Midway Blitz, before taking him into custody this morning. The Hanover Park police officer can be seen in this Facebook post from the department provided by DHS today as they confirmed his arrest for allegedly living here illegally over the last 10 years. Federal officials also say that Hanover Park police records confirm he was approved by the Pension Fund Board of Trustees in January 2025. DHS released a statement on the arrest this afternoon, saying in part, Governor J.B. Pritzker doesn't just allow violent illegal aliens to terrorize Illinois' communities. He allows illegal aliens to work as sworn police officers. Radul Bojovic violated our nation's laws and was living illegally in the U.S. for 10 years. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem also commenting on social media today, saying ICE arrested an illegal alien working as a sworn police officer in the Chicago suburbs. Radical sanctuary politicians have allowed criminal illegal aliens to infiltrate our school districts, communities, and even police departments. Now, we just received a statement from Hanover Park Police minutes ago disputing some of those claims. They say at the time of his hire, Officer Bojevich presented the village with a work authorization card, which was issued by the federal government's U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. The card was valid and recently renewed. We also conducted a full background check, including his criminal history with both the Illinois State Police and the FBI. The department goes on to say the bottom line is that all information we received from the federal government indicated that Officer Bojevich is legally authorized to work in the U.S. as a police officer. Clearly, without that authorization, the village would not have hired him. Now, the department also goes on to tell us that a memorandum recently issued by ATF allowed Officer Bojevich to legally carry a firearm under his current immigration status. They say as this investigation plays out right now, the officer has been placed on administration.
So I gotta ask a question then. So how many people are actually not necessarily legal, are who working for the police, who working with the police, who are in our federal government, who working in the federal government? Why aren't these now mind you, why aren't these individuals actual American citizens? We ain't talking about working on your papers. No, American citizens. They've been here, they got the certificate, they are American citizens. Why aren't we hiring Americans? That's my question. That's what I'm curious about. What's really going on out here? What are we doing? But look, let me go to this next video though, because we still on the verge of this no king shit. So let's go to this next video out here in the Chi-town of Chicago. So I want to go to this next video so we can continue. Let's keep this road going.
Momentum. Accelerate.
Nah, we don't want that. Cool. I feel you, Michael B. Jordan, but nah, big dog. We ain't on that type of time, G. We ain't on that type of time.
Good morning and good to be with you. I'm Marissa Perlman. We have been following the No Kings protests that are happening nationwide and here at home. One of the biggest ones in our area happening right now in Grant Park. Mayor Brandon Johnson speaking.
Oh, Lord. Mohawk Johnson. Here we go. That's what I'm saying, Snow Bunny. I don't understand it. Why you just won't hire Americans? Why is that even a thing? Why is that even a thing? You a police officer. You're not an American yet. So you still fighting to get that right to be an American, and yet you a police officer carrying around a firearm. That's wild work to me. Wild work.
Black people, white people, brown people, Asian people, immigrants, gay people from around this country to stand up against tyranny and to send a clear message to the ultra-rich and big corporations. We are going to make them pay their fair share in taxes to fund our schools.
Look at this shit.
To fund jobs.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit here. No kings protesting.
To fund healthcare, to fund transportation. Democracy will live on because of this generation. Are you ready to take it to the courts and to the streets? Cities around the world.
Look at all these buffoons out here, bro. Bro, look at all these buffoons.
We will tear down tyranny and we will do it together. God bless you all. God bless the greatest city in the world, city of Chicago.
I can't take Mohawk Johnson serious, bro.
Once again, we are following the No Kings protests happening here in Grant Park. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson speaking for just a few minutes here, really rallying the crowd here. We have seen Cook County Commissioner Tony Winkle, Delia Ramirez also on scene here. Well, take a good look at our gallery here.
I don't know, bro. But we moving on to this next one. out here in Phoenix, out here in Phoenix, Arizona. So there was a. Oh, give me a second. Wrong one. Let's go to NYC. Let's go to NYC. That was Chicago. Let's look at NYC about this No Kings anti-Trump protest. Look at this shit. Look at all of these goddamn people out here, bro. Look at all these people out here. Is it really that bad for y'all? Real talk. Let's keep it a buck. Is it really that bad that Trump is in the office? Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Is it really that bad? Look at this shit. Look at this. The whole goddamn street. That's what I'm saying. What they job at? They ain't got no job. Look at that shit, bro. So when they want to find out, so when your employers want to find out where y'all at, why ain't nobody come in to work today? Yeah, that's Times Square. When they find out why y'all ain't at work today, they gonna know where y'all at. And y'all are about to get fired. Then who else y'all gonna blame? Then y'all gonna blame Trump for that too? Look at this shit. Y'all ain't got no job, bro. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do in this world. Why you ain't out here making no money? Why you ain't out here cutting? Why you ain't out here trying to get to a bag? Y'all out here protesting, walking around. You took time and energy to create a sign, to walk down or either walk down or drive down or get on the subway to ride all the way down to Times Square to protest and walk the street with a sign in your hand. All of that time spent, you could have been making money. What we doing? Yes, exactly, Joe. Exactly, Joe. They gotta blame somebody. Somebody gotta get blamed. Somebody gotta get the finger pointed at them. I don't understand it. I got too many things to be doing right now. I'm not finna be protesting out here. What's wrong with them? I'm not finna be out here protesting. What's going on? Oh, you said the right thing then, Matt. You said the right thing then. You asking the right questions now. You asking the right questions now. Because if it really was about authoritarianism and Trump being king and all this shit, all that would have been shut down a long time ago. It would have been like, no more protests. You're fired. You know what I'm saying? It would have been over with. It would have been done for everybody that's in that street, that's walking and protesting. It would have been a wrap for y'all if it was really like that. If Trump was really on that type of time. But see, y'all don't want to take accountability for y'all own shit. Y'all just want to hoop and holler. That's one thing about liberals and fucking Democrats, bro. I am glad I am not a part of that shit no more. I am glad. For real, Joe. I am glad I am not a part of that community, that shit anymore, bro, because I swear to you, even if I was still a part of, which I'm not, I still wouldn't be out there protesting. I'd be doing something else. They got too much time on their hands. Look at these buffoons. Look at them. Boomers, ABC community, old hairs, big backs, all in between. All in between. Look at this shit. I'm talking about not the tax-free overtime, nothing. Authoritarian. Half of them don't even know what authoritarian is. They just took a word. They just took a word and they adopted it and they just made it and created it into their own shit. Because Trump told them that, look, ain't no more men going into women's bathroom. Ain't no more men playing in women's sports. None of that shit. Now they mad. No, take the mask off, Sarah. Take the mask off. Show your face. I want to see your face. I want to see your face. Nope. Don't go protesting with a mask on. Nah. Take it off. Let them see your face so your employer can see where the hell you at for the day, why you called out, knowing good and well they understaffed for the day. But you decided to call out because you want to go protest. You want, all right. Look, let me go. Let's, you know what? Let's look it up. Let's look it up right now. Let's look up the word authoritarian. I'm glad you asked that, Joe. Authoritarianism. The enforcement or advocacy of strict obedience to authority at the expense of personal freedom. So, while y'all walking up these streets freely, you ain't been shot. Nobody that came up to you, tried to arrest you. You ain't got no military personnel in the streets telling you to get off the streets. Nobody getting tackled in the streets. You walking up and down the street. And y'all calling Trump an authoritarian. The fact that y'all giving him that much power is wild to me. That is crazy work. It's crazy work. Make it make sense to me. I don't get it. I don't get it, y'all. Look at this shit. And then y'all, and then you got Bill Nye, the science guy out here protesting too. Out here using scare tactics to try to get Trump out. Let me see, where is that? Where he at? Let me see if I can find him. Where is it at? Where is it at? I just saw this. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, let's go to Bill Nye the science guy. Look, this is in LA. And this part here is in LA. The one we just saw before, that was New York. This is LA. Look at this shit. Exactly, Mac. Exactly. I no National Guard, no nothing. You just walking up and down the street freely. I have yet to see a police officer walk by. I have yet to see anybody of some sort of authority try to stop this shit. They just walking up and down the street. Look, they got the big ass baby balloon of Trump, all of it. Let me ask y'all a question. Hold on, I'll ask the question. I'll ask the question after, because I gotta pose this question. Matter of fact, let me see if I can. I gotta pose a question. I got a question to pose to y'all. Let me see something. Cause the shit right here this shit don't make no sense to me. I'm trying to make it make sense, but it ain't making sense. So let's see something. I'm gonna pose a question to y'all in the chat. Well, first, let's do this. First, let's do this. All right, let me pose this question. Look at that shit. All right, let's go here what Bill Nye the science guy got to say. Let me go over here to this one. Well, that ain't it.
You sell it. Please welcome Bill Nye, the Science Guy.
That's crazy.
Woo! We love that song. Hello, DC. Fellow citizens, it is wonderful to see so many of us out here today. We are here for the same reason our ancestors gathered here in 1776. We want our government to run without a king. Our government is based on ideas embodied in the Constitution. Among other remarkable features, it guarantees our freedom to speak, as we're doing here today. Rather than doing one monarch's bidding, we have agreed to form a democracy, to work together, and to follow the laws that derive from it. No thrones, no crowns, no kings. As many of you know, I am a native Washingtonian.
I just posed a question.
I grew up here within the city boundaries. And when you grow up here, the affairs of the federal government are very much a part of your life. I remember well sitting on my father's shoulders and waving to astronauts as we, as a nation, celebrated their accomplishments back in 1964. In 1964, that was the first year my parents could vote for president as citizens of the District of Columbia. We still do not have voting representation in the district. Someday, perhaps. I remember well Martin Luther King's dream and Resurrection City. The plywood.
No, he didn't just try to bring up Martin Luther King.
Structures on the National Mall erected to house protesters who came to town demanding equal rights and opportunities, barely a month after Dr. King had been assassinated. I remember well the Vietnam War. The mall was shoulder to shoulder, much as it is today. Traffic stopped citywide. The protest movement expanded. There were protests around the country, and the war was ended. We are protesting in the same fashion today. Only today, the stakes are higher. Rather than abandoning a war against an elusive, perhaps sometimes imaginary foe, we are confronting the possible end of our republic. We are here to tell our lawmakers that what's going on in our government is wrong. They must stop the abuses of this petulant president and his circle of sycophants. No thrones, no crowns.
What throne and crown? What the fuck are y'all talking about? What crown? What crown? What throne? What are y'all talking about, man? I'm trying to understand. What are y'all talking about? I'm trying to understand something. What crown? Oh, okay, because you got a masculine man that's in the office now, and he's not bending at your every whim. Now all of a sudden he's authoritarian. Now his kingship always, he wants to be a dictator. He wants to be a dictator. No, he's bringing order back. He's bringing order back. He's bringing power back. He's bringing masculinity back. That's what he's bringing back instead of all this soft shit that y'all been having going on in America for the past few years. That's what's going on. Y'all mad because he ain't giving you what you want. That's the actual issue. That's the problem. Trump ain't giving y'all what y'all want. So now y'all out here crying and bitching and complaining and moaning about all the bullshit. Listen, at the end of the day, he helping your goofy ass out too. But y'all just too dumb to see it.
No kings. This president and his associates cannot tolerate dissent. To them, our free speech is frightening. They are arresting people and denying due process in courts. They tried to silence television hosts. They're trying to fire or indict civil servants, prosecutors, judges, even their own cabinet members. But in this land, these sorts of actions are not new.
He did.
In 1776, our ancestors had had enough. They declared independence from a king by means of a document stored safely right over there on Constitution Avenue in the National Archives. Although it was conceived 249 years ago, the Declaration of Independence describes a train of abuses connected with an absolute authority, a king with absolute power. No thrones.
So what you telling me is that you believe in your heart of hearts, liberals, you believe in your heart of hearts that Trump got ultimate power? You believe he got ultimate power? You believe that you believe that he don't have to go through you don't have to go through a group of people in order to pass a bill? You don't think that? You don't think that he still has to operate under certain laws as a president? Even as a president, you understand that, right? He still has to operate under certain laws. Because last time I checked, a king, if he says something's gonna happen, he does it, and he's the only person that it needs to pass through. He's the only person. It don't need to go through the Supreme Courts. It don't need to go through anything. It just goes through him. That's what it would be if it was actually king shit, right? He wouldn't have to go through nobody. It'd just be him. The decision is made through him. Correct? All right. Just remember, if you didn't vote for Biden, you're not black. That's a fact. That's a fact. We need to better civic classes that he is getting away with this. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He need to stick to science. He need to stick to science. Real talk.
No crowns. No kings. Their king had refused to honor the law. Their king had refused to let lawmakers be elected.
Yo, y'all
the
come
king
follow
had
me.
made
Y'all
court
come on,
judges
tap into
dependent
the
on
channel
his
on
will.
YouTube.
They
Courtnee Edgar
cited
show.
the king sending, quote, swarms of officers to harass our people. Their language referred to, quote, cruelty and faithlessness scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous of ages. Their king was trying to, quote, render the military independent and superior to civil power. Our founders even censured King George for cutting off trade with all parts of the world. Did these actions sound familiar? 249 years later, no crowns, no thrones, no king. In short, the founders believed their king was, in their words, quote, totally unworthy to be the head of a civilized nation. No thrones, no crowns, no kings. Although the United Nations has been the world's leader, and although the United States has been the world's leader in science for decades, this president and the members of his cabinet even fail to accept scientific facts. Contrary to Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, they do not promote the progress of science. They suppress it to the detriment of our health, well-being, and international competitiveness. It is a formula for failure. How did we get here? It hasn't been one instance of abuse of the power.
Well, we got here because you had a bunch of soft ass white men that were in the office, and they allowed, or not all of them were white. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Obama, who allowed this progressive nature to come into the world, to come into America. We allow men into women's bathrooms. We allow censorship. You not being able to say the things you want to say because people get so offended by it. We even got to a point where if I or any other individual didn't address you as your proper pronoun, we were subject to get arrested for it. What? For calling you something, for getting a pronoun wrong. that you saying that you are a woman when I know for a fact that you a man. And this is not a hate speech. This ain't got nothing to do with, oh, you a homophobe. This ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just speaking the facts. Because I told you that, nah, fam, I'm not finna address you as Sarah because your name is Sam, bro. You ain't Sarah, you Sam. And I know you Sam. You got a third leg down there, pause. You got, listen, you bugging. But as soon as Trump come back in the office, because let's make America great again. That's inclusive of, that's encompassing of all of the things that the left have already pretty much clusterfucked. So now y'all upset because Trump is bringing back order. That's what y'all upset about. All right.
The executive order by this president. It hasn't been just one twist in a court ruling.
You right, Joe. Sam can actually biologically be a female because there are some biological women that are named Sam. I agree. Or it may just be short for Samantha. You feel me? 9 times out of 10, Sam is short for Samantha. That's typically what happens. But Sam I am. Yeah, that's the man. That ain't half of nothing. That's us. That's Sam.
Instead, it has been years in the making. Enabled by this president, a group of Confederates has worked together to undo many of our traditions and understandings of fairness and of citizens' rights. And they've done this through an odd legal tactic to overwhelm our court system with legal game after legal game, trying to hold or impound money secretly in order to let legal deadlines pass, to pretend that people they don't know who are from different backgrounds are somehow not quite citizens and not worthy of respect under the law. No thrones, no crowns, no kings. Let us now raise our voices. We are here demanding a return to the rule of law. Let the world know that we will suffer no king. We will put the United States back on a course to lead the world in fair governance. Together, no thrones, no crowns, no kings.
Man, shut y'all goofy asses up. Man, y'all be doing the most. I swear to God, bro. Y'all so fucking extra, man. Woe is me. That's all the left side is. Woe is me. Woe is me. Woe is me. Woe is me. Nope. Woe your ass back in the house. Go back to work, man. Before you get fired. Go back to work before you get fired. That's what you do. Listen, you saw how long you saw how many times he said that shit? No crown, no throne, no all that shit. He probably said it upwards of 10 times. 100%. He said it upwards of 10 times. That shit wild. That shit is wild to me, man. But hey, it is what it is. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure you hit the bell notification. Listen, make sure you tap into the Patreon, big dog, because yes, YouTube is where we have the conversations, but Patreon is where we move different. You definitely want to tap into it. I got a lot of things that's coming up, so you definitely want to make sure you tapping in. I got a couple of interviews that's coming up from people in perspective fields. I got my 0 to 1,000 subscribers video coming up shortly here. I got my YouTube editing video coming up shortly as well. So you definitely want to tap into it, especially if you are thinking about YouTube. You definitely want to tap into the Patreon, all right? That link is in the description, and as well as, let me pin it. Let me put it in the comments too. As well as in the comments. And if you want to support the channel, you can always support the channel through the Cash App, or you can hit me with a super chat. Like I said, it's not expected, but it's definitely appreciated, all right? So look, let's go ahead and move on to this next topic of tonight. We still stick with politics a little bit, but it's gonna be a slight little sidestep. Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, Jasmine goddamn Crockett. Got some beef with Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. I don't know what Stephen A. got going on. I don't know if he's trying to get into the office. I don't know if he trying to make that switch over to a governor, mayor, or something like that. But he been cleaning his act up. He's still talking about sports, but he been dibbling dabbling into a little bit more politics. And so I think he's trying to get in the office somewhere. I think he mayor, governor, something. I think that's what Stephen A. That's his next move. I think that's his next play. But I'm gonna play this next video with Jasmine Crockett, and then I'm gonna follow up with the video of Stephen A. Smith in regards to what she was saying on MSNBC. All right. So let's go ahead and tap into it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Donald Trump's relentless effort to get people to stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein, it's still falling short. In a surprising development, Trump's own Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, made some bombshell comments this week about the convicted sex criminal, who at one point was his neighbor. Take a listen.
I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me. Ooh. And he says, and the right kind of massage. That's what his MO was, get a massage. And what happened in that massage room, I assume was on video. This guy was the greatest blackmailer ever. Blackmailed people. That's how he had money.
Oh, man. Unsettling.
Oh, man.
Democratic Congressman.
Listen, man, hold on. All right, y'all. So look. Okay, so I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. Why Jasmine Crockett look the way she looking right now? Why she look like the epitome of what they depict black women to look like? Why she looking like that? That weave is atrocious. I see she took them. She still got them eyelashes. Hold up. She still got the eyelashes on.
And Jasmine Crockett.
Yup, she still got the eyelashes. She still got the bird feathers on her eyes. Just look mean. Just look mean, bro. She just look unbearable. My God.
Texas, she's still here with us.
Look how her eyes popped open. Look at her, bro. She crazy. Bro, she crazy. On God, bro, she crazy. 100%. 100%.
Congresswoman, what are the next steps after you hear all of these details? Are lawmakers going to get Lutnick right in front of them?
Absolutely, I hope so. And frankly, I wouldn't even want to bring him before the full committee. We get 5 minutes, and typically people take those 5 minutes to kind of put on their show. I actually would want a transcribed interview or a deposition, which we have done a number of those. Recently, we did a transcribed interview of Alex Acosta, and we would really need to dig in. I mean, this is someone who basically says that he knew that he was a pedo or something strange was going on, and he lived next door to him. And so it would be very good to get information out of him, find out what types of documents, if any, he has, meaning if he had any camera footage and that kind of stuff, and if it is archived somewhere so that we can see who was coming and going, and hopefully be able to do the investigation that seemingly the Department of Justice either did not do or they've just refused to turn over the rest of the files. Because I will remind the American people that a subcommittee on oversight did send lawful subpoenas over, and the Department of Justice, well, they basically have shut down and have stopped giving us stuff. And when Kash Patel came before our committee, Judiciary Committee, he basically was kind of like tiptoeing around it and saying, well, we're only going to give you those things that we can lawfully give you. And it's like, well, you got a lawful subpoena, honey. So if there is a question about whether or not something should be divulged, then maybe we should go to court, but not you determining what we shouldn't get. That's not how subpoenas work.
Congresswoman, the Wall Street Journal had an
What up? Make sure you tap into the YouTube channel, man. The Courtnee Edgar Show.
investigation that showed how many premier banks and institutions in the United States were willing to do business with Jeffrey Epstein right until the moment he died. What are we going to be able to find out? When are we going to be able to find out more about Jeffrey Epstein's financial dealings and who was ensnared? I know that Senator Ron Wyden has really been pursuing this, but what does oversight have going here?
My question is, why are they still on this Epstein shit, bro? Why are they still on this Epstein shit? Why? Do y'all think that there's actually a list? Because let's keep it a buck. If there's actually a list, bro, that shit would have been came out already. Let's be real. It would have already came out already. Hey, shout out to you, Joe. I appreciate you. But where's the list at? If there's a list, show it to me, please. Please advise. Let me know. I need to know.
Yeah, so we have not sent separate subpoenas out to financial institutions, something that we discussed with some of our members that are on oversight as well as financial services was actually widening the scope of this to the extent that we would then have financial services be the ones to send out subpoenas to Treasury, and kind of starting there. And so the idea is follow the money. As we had a closed door meeting with a number of Epstein survivors, that was one of the things that they told us is like, hey, follow the money. And it is my understanding that if we were to really start to dig there, we would discover that we're not talking about some ring that was going on just here within the United States, but we're talking about millions of dollars, and we're talking about internationally kind of being traded, and we're talking about trafficking women internationally. If you've watched some of the survivors, you notice that some had accents. Many of these women went into different modeling agencies, and they weren't modeling agencies, they were fronts. So there is a lot to kind of unravel, not to mention it was made clear that he was consistently setting up kind of these sham businesses, and he was just running girls through them. That was one of the accounts that we heard was basically when he did get incarcerated, and I use air quotes for a reason, and he was on work release, he had set up a fake business so that he could go to that fake business on work release, and he was abusing girls there. So there's still just so much that we really need to dig into. And I don't think that there was ever a thorough investigation. And if there was, they absolutely are refusing to give us the information that they have.
All right, so let's jump over here to Stephen A. Smith in regards to what he said about Jasmine Crockett. So let's go ahead and tap in over here.
Almost done.
If I get one more goddamn thing. I say it one more time. I said one more time. Follow it back to the owner of the Miss Universe Corporation and when it got sold, and who was taking pics and who had married who from pages under that corporation. There you go.
About the invasion of cities and colleges, I want to throw to one more example. Someone who teeters on the edge quite a bit, shows up talking out of both sides of his mouth. He had this to say recently about Jasmine Crockett. Sometimes you get attacked by your own.
How Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work.
He's got to deal with Black woman issues.
Oh, my God.
Writ large.
Here we go. Here we go. Shaming language. Here we go. Here we go. Why does...
and whatever self-hate exists within them.
That is self-hate.
I've never seen a clip of him where he actually praises a black woman.
That's what I'm saying. He's got black woman issue he's got to deal with. But
for those who are listening, that was Stephen A. Smith commentating about.
Let me bring all the black men to the front. Let me bring all the black men. And no, you know what? Bring all the black people in the front who believe that anytime a black man speaks on a black woman or another black man, I need y'all to stop saying this shit. Just because another black man hold a black man or black woman accountable, that does not mean that he hates himself. That does not mean he has women troubles, or that doesn't mean that he has black women problems. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. A lot of times y'all just say stupid shit and you just get held accountable and people call you out on it. It ain't got nothing to do with me hating my skin. I hate who I am. It's a deep down anger inside you because of the trauma that you came up with. And so therefore you're projecting that onto others. And that's the way that you feel. But I forgive you though. Fuck what you talking about. No, nigga. What you just said was stupid. And what I'm doing is calling you out. I'm telling you, look, if you really out here trying to make a change, how about you stop talking about what Trump is doing, and how about you actually get to work and go do some work and make some actual fucking change instead of going on these damn platforms or going to these different these different MSNBCs and doing all these different talking and got all these different talking points, and you keep reverting back to Trump, talking about what Trump not doing, what Trump doing, all this extra shit. How about you actually go and do some fucking work? How about you do that? That's what Stephen A is saying. But it always reverts back to a black man. Hey, yo, listen. Oh, you always got to talk about why you got to bring down the black woman. Why you got to bring down the black man? I ain't bringing nobody down. I just told you what you're doing and how stupid you sound. Just because you black don't mean that I'm just going to sit there and let you say something crazy. No. If I don't agree with the shit that you're saying, I'm going to say something. That don't mean I hate who I am. That don't mean I hate my mother. That don't mean I hate my father. That don't mean I hate anybody else that's close to me, around me, that shares the same skin tone as I do. Nor, not even remotely close, do I hate myself. I love the fuck out of me. I love me. Every aspect of who I am, I love who I am. Skin, hair, all of it. So, just because I have a difference of opinion than you, and that you so pro-black, oh man, it's truly some issues that's going on with this brother. You know what I'm saying? Fucking doctor, all these damn wannabe Dr. Umar's out this bitch. Sit the fuck down somewhere, man.
Jasmine Crockett's lack of work. For context, there was a poll that was recently done, and Jasmine Crockett's approval numbers amongst the American people rival Barack Obama's in 2008. So just for context, he is on an island unto himself because people see her largely working on our behalf. And I also want to say we recently had Jasmine Crockett on. It was on my solo pod, and Jasmine is on the show talking about having to go get fit for a bulletproof vest. So this is not the time for this.
Yeah.
And it is very dangerous for this. So I hear you even on the danger, even on campuses, but I wanted to bring this in because this is the kind of messaging they're hearing on their sports platforms, on talk radio all the time. There is a growing divide between black men and black women.
Oh my God.
And I think that some of them are also leaning more conservative.
She's a congresswoman from Texas, and Texas has this open carry law. Governor Abbott is such a dangerous, problematic
person. He sets up a false argument.
Yes.
How much attention is this taken away from you getting whatever you need for your district? The Republicans control the House of Representatives, the Senate and the White House. They not letting her get ish for her districts. And so the best she can do right now, not just for her district, but for the country, is to speak up and hold them to account at every single level.
She does.
Are there black men that's listening to Stephen A. Bakari?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
but they would take that and take it seriously.
People who like
white men.
Yeah, and they think that they think that
guys,
Jasmine Crockett talks with her neck.
No, I'm not just saying
it's too loud and snaps her fingers and all that, and they caricature her like he's doing.
Yeah.
And so my point though is that I didn't like the back and forth with Jasmine Crockett and Nancy Mace or whoever it was, right?
Right. Exactly. So They just tried to compare Jasmine Crockett to a Charlie Kirk. You just tried to compare Jasmine Crockett to a Charlie Kirk. Can anybody on any level show me where the level of disrespect that Jasmine Crockett has, even for our president, can anybody show me anywhere remotely where Charlie Kirk has been that disrespectful to anybody? Oh, but now it's she got to buy a bulletproof vest. She has to buy a bulletproof vest. Can you show me? But can you show me anywhere on YouTube, on X, anywhere? Can you show me anywhere where there's a video of Charlie Kirk being just as disrespectful and out of pocket as a Jasmine Crockett? This ain't got shit, to be honest with you, this ain't got shit to do with her being black. I need y'all to understand that. This ain't the black and white situation. This is strictly Jasmine Crockett, who she is as a person. This ain't got shit to do with her as a woman, as a black woman, none of that. As a person. As a representative. On the left. She disrespectful and out of pocket as fuck. And for y'all native land podcasts trying to defend it as if the shit that she's doing is honorable. What she's portraying is a ratchet ass black woman that somehow made it into the House of Representatives. That's what it sounds like to me. But we all know. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, you can bring me to the forefront and I'll say, you know what, I apologize. But from what I know is that she grew up in the suburbs. So she portraying this ratchet hood black woman, and she ain't even that. She don't even live that type of life. But that's what she portraying. But I digress.
But Nancy Mace is the one that got violent. She was the one that said, "Let's take it outside."
I know them both very well.
Taylor Greene.
I know them both very well, and that just because I was in the legislature, so I look at that totally different. However, I will tell you that there is a through line between the Ice Cubes and the Jason Whitlocks and the Stephen A. Smiths, and these individuals, and Ice Cube may be slightly different than the other two, but these individuals have been around since we have been on this freedom struggle. There have always been individuals out there which exhibit behaviors of charlatans who utilize, some people are in it for the change and some people are in it for the change, right? And I think that that's indicative. And they find the easiest path to the front of the line. And Stephen A. Smith is someone who doesn't have the depth to talk about House oversight or the appropriations process, right? And how you're able to bring resources back to your community, or what Jasmine is doing. So he rather lampoon her, or instead of having a constructive conversation. And so I've said what I've had to say about Stephen A. Smith in my book. Anywhere I can. I don't have a lot of use for him in the political dialogue. I think that there are individuals who he matriculated with at Winston-Salem State University that are extremely disappointed about the man he's become.
It's so disheartening to me. I
can't stand people like this, man. I really can't. I'm gonna be 110% honest with you. I cannot stand people like this. How long do y'all want to be on the plantation, bro? How long do you want to be on the plantation? How long do you want to continue to keep living like this, living as a victim? How long do you want to continue to live like this? How long? Now, I'm not sitting up here saying that there aren't racist people out here in the world. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that some people have ulterior motives. I'm not saying that at all. But at some point, we got to stop using this bullshit, you black, so therefore you got to represent us, and you got to stop going at the black man. You got to stop going at the black woman because the systematic racism is because of this, that, and the third, and because the white man is this, that. Man, shut the fuck up talking to me, dog. How about that? Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me before you piss me off. Stop talking to me. Because I see it differently than you do. That don't mean I got less respect for you. That don't mean anything. It just means I look at it different from how you look at it. And what you're not about to do is use this brother code, this whole, oh well, nigga, but we the same, you know what I'm saying? We the same skin folk. No, nigga, I don't care. Yeah, you're black, but guess what? We grew up different. My parents are different from your parents, big dog. I'm different from you. We ain't the same on any level. Up, down, sideways, in between, through and through. It don't matter. We ain't the same. Just because we didn't heard the same type of music don't make us the same, big dog. Your dreams and goals are different from mine. So this whole just because you're black, now all of a sudden it's a default for me to try to defend you. It's a default for me to protect you when you said some stupid shit. No. I don't know you. No. I don't know you like that, bro. So no, I'm not. No, if you say some dumb shit, I'm gonna call you out on it. Man, woman, white, black, orange, green, don't matter. I'm gonna call you out. Y'all always bring this shit back. Oh man, it's a black man and a white, and it's a black man and a black woman. You know what I'm saying? See, I can't deal with these type of men because he came from Winston-Salem, and I deal with the people over there at Winston-Salem. You know, they'll be fairly disappointed in him and who he's become. What you mean, rich? You mean this man who's built this platform from the ground up, who's been in the sports game and made a huge name for himself and never played not a play in the NBA before and made a huge name for himself as a journalist? You talking about the Stephen A. Smith who, yeah, I've disagreed with Stephen A. a lot of times, but the man who built his platform from the ground up, the man who now is transitioning into talking more about politics, yeah, he may not know it all right now because he's transitioning to it. So therefore, the longer he stays in it, the more he's gonna know, and the deeper he's gonna dive into it, and the better he's gonna get naturally, because that's typically what the fuck happens. And then he probably gonna end up in office. Now I'm not saying how high he gonna go, but I'm pretty sure that's his angle. That's probably where he going with it. And instead of just having the conversation and just saying, you know what, I don't necessarily agree with Stephen A. what he said, but I feel him. He got his own opinion about the situation. He look at it from a different standpoint. Instead of y'all having that conversation, instead of, you know what, man, how about we get Stephen A. on the platform? And so I want to hear from his perspective, so that way I can better understand where he was coming from in regards to what he said. How about you do that? How about you do that? But you wanted to point out your book though, huh? The fact that you mentioned him in your book, huh? You wanted to throw that out there though, huh? Boy, y'all niggas is sheep. Y'all niggas is wolves in sheep clothing, bro. Get out of my face. Yeah, you right, Joe. That's too easy. It's too easy. It's too easy.
Frustrating one, because anytime we speak on this, it's like we, man haters and all this. But I feel such confidence.
And then as soon as you say that, my ears shut off. But I feel, no, don't tell me how you feel, because you're coming from a place of feeling. Feelings don't adhere to reality. I want to know what is. Tell me what is. I don't care how you feel right now. When you talk about topics like this, when you're having a discussion, I don't care about how you feel, because how you feel comes from an emotional standpoint, as well as a lot of times it comes from what should be versus what is. So you telling me, so you talking from a what should be, what should. I don't live in a what should be. I live in a what is. And then we make adjustments from there.
In black men, I've never bought into the idea that all these black men are voting for Trump. Like, they vote overwhelmingly Democrat. We're pretty much in line with each other. What you all are saying is no.
No, I voted for Trump 100%. No, I sure didn't. I voted for Trump. I'm calling it. I said it. I sure did. I voted for him 110% and did not regret my decision whatsoever. Once I got more insight on what Trump was doing, where he was going, and how that can benefit America and my people, yeah, big dog. Let me check the box on Trump. Thank you. Then went down to the representatives of Arizona. Let me see who we got in office. Ooh, don't want this one, but I want this one. Thank you.
Oh, they are, and the data shows that there have been inroads among Black men. I want to ask why, because it is frustrating to me, and it feels heartbreaking, to be honest, because we are impacted by this system as well. It's not a matter of who's impacted worse. We're impacted differently. We sit at the intersection of being Black and being women. And so when men are frustrated with this system, it feels like they fight us. You know, and I would put Stephen A. Smith in that category too. I'm mad at y'all for having joy. I'm mad at y'all for having success. I'm mad at y'all for surpassing us on college.
I don't need y'all to announce that you blocked me, bro. Nigga, I don't care. What are you talking about? I don't care, bro. What that mean to me? I don't need you to listen, bro. I'm gonna let y'all know something right now. Just because you don't agree with me, that's fine. You don't gotta announce. You don't gotta announce it to me. I don't care. I don't. Cool. What that mean to me? The fuck?
Campuses. And so it's a small sect of men that are so angry and hurt that they're willing to align with the people who oppress us. What am I getting wrong? Because if you listen to Stephen A. Smith and you find anything other than some absolute pure self-hating little dick energy nonsense from that half-witted idiot basking in the non-existent rays of his own ignorance, it is sad to me that he even gets an audience of Black men. Why aren't Black men right now saying, Stephen A. Smith, we banning him, we not listening to his podcast, we're not watching his show anymore? That's what Black women do. We organize.
Yeah, but they're
see that, and see y'all see that. Y'all see that, right? This is why it comes from a place of feeling. This is why I come from a place of should. See, she just proved every point that I just fucking made. She just proved every fucking point that I just made. Black men should be listening. They shouldn't be listening to him anyway, because Black men, you know, this is what because you should be coming at Stephen A. Smith and you should be saying, dude, I don't agree with this shit. So you should be blocking. We shouldn't even be listening to Stephen A. Smith. No, why the fuck would I listen to you? And then you're gonna come, oh, this is little dick energy. How? Because I'm looking at things from a different perspective. Huh, shorty? You call it little D energy. You call it little D energy. But then if he called you, if he turned around and called you a hoe, then next thing you know, then it's, oh, what your mama Black though. If he came for your head, if Stephen A. was to come for your head right now and called you every name in the book, you would try to counsel him. This is why the overwhelming majority of a lot of these Black men voted for Kamala Harris, because they had women like this that they were listening to. You better vote for, I'm telling you now, you better vote for Kamala Harris or you ain't gonna get none tonight. Okay, baby. Fuck out of here, bro.
Do you ask the question why?
Yes, tell me why.
By the way, I love the usage of adjectives.
I'm sure I messed it up somewhere.
But the answer to the question why is kind of twofold. Black men showed up. We were the third largest demographic voting for. You had Black women, you had Jews as a collective, and then you had Black men, somewhere between 74-76% voting for Kamala Harris.
Stupid.
And so, yeah, it's not a large number. We still are there. But the slippage you've seen is twofold. The first is that there's been no party, no group, which for the past 20, 30 years has taken the time to listen to Black men holistically. And many times we are spoken to about policy. That policy revolves around things like criminal justice.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
But and marijuana. But very rarely do we have fulsome conversations about the Black men who are out there struggling to pay for early childhood education, child support, right? You know, how that
wages.
You know, when the craziest thing is when you get locked up for child support, do you know that your child support continues to grow?
Of course.
Like your driver's license gets suspended.
It's an unbreakable cycle.
It's an unbreakable cycle.
Yeah, I do. Now, mind you, I do agree with the fact that they do need to change child support laws. I do agree with that. I 100% agree with that. They need to change child support laws. Not that's an issue for me, but they need to change that. They do. Because just like he stated, you know, even if a man get locked up for not paying child support, that shit continues to keep going. And it's like, bro, what we doing? So yeah, I agree with that. Change child support laws 110%. Just like what was it, Kentucky? No, they defaulted to 50-50 custody. 50-50, that's a default. Just because you the mother, that don't mean you getting the child. Nigga, it's 50-50. It's 50-50 custody. And guess what? The divorce rates have gone down over that bitch for, I think, 25% because of it. So yes, I agree with that.
Right? I mean, just opportunities, STEM opportunities. So just having a holistic, fulsome conversation around Black men is something that hasn't happened. The other thing,
but mind you though, here's a bigger factor though. Black people make up 13% of the population, right? 13%. Even in that 13%, there's still a small percentage of Black men who are actually getting all of these women pregnant. There's still a small percentage of Black men who are out here getting all these women pregnant. Majority of Black men don't even have children, and for the ones who do have children, they are in a relationship. So that narrative can get put out. That narrative can get thrown out the window already.
thing is, which is a question that we have to answer, and hopefully we'll untangle it over the next, 100 episodes.
Certainly while you're here.
certainly while I'm here, is there are a lot of Black men who question whether or not they have the ability to breathe and lead in an era of Black girl magic.
I will say what I would add, because I disagree on the latter point, but I do agree to this one, which is I think Black men want the bag too. And we on the Democratic side don't talk enough, if at all,
or listen
about how I'm gonna help you prosper. What does prosperity for us look like? So if at every turn you're the deficit end of the equation, every turn somebody's got to do something for you, you're not making room. And one thing that Trump's talking points appear to do is to put you on track or on alignment with getting a bag. I don't think that is wholesale widespread.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith, I think he does have issues with Black women, but I also think the brother is also trying to get and maintain and grow a bag. And
let's address that real quick, because I really like. Now, see, this is where I can agree. This is where I see. That's what I'm saying. These are the conversations that need to be had instead of throwing ad hominem attacks, talking about little big energy. Stupid. That's not a real conversation that we need to be having right now. Okay, what is it that you talking about in regards to on the Democratic side, because you're a Democrat and I'm a conservative, right? Okay, so what are the things that we agree on? Let's address that first. What are the things that we agree on? Once you come to that conclusion, then we talk about the things that we disagree on. I'll say, okay, well, is there a solution for this? Is there a way that we can fix the solution? Or is there a way that we can come to a middle ground here, so that way we can still make sure that we do what's best for the America and the people, right? That's what you're supposed to be doing. But like so, you got majority of Black people, all they want to do, they want to talk about fucking race. They want to talk about race. Everything is black and white. Everything is about your skin color. Fuck that, bro. The only color that I'm worrying about is green. The only color I'm worried about is green. So therefore, how can we get to a bag? First and foremost, take the beam out your own eye first. What does that mean? Oh, so basically what that means, take care of your own shit first. Make sure your house is in order first. Make sure you got your people straight and squared away before you decide to want to go help everybody else. You go deep, then spread wide. You go deep, then you spread wide. That's what you're supposed to do. You take care of your people first, then you can help others. you can help others get to a bag. Because I agree with him. I do believe Stephen A is trying to get to a bigger bag. He got a big bag in sports, so therefore he's dominating in that area. Now it's time to pivot. Boom, let me go over into politics, because guess what? Politics, that's where some money at too. Is more money over that bitch too. Hence why I'm slowly progressing over to that side too, because I know there's money over here. You feel me? So, but I still got a long way to go in regards to the knowledge and knowing more about it. Right? Fair enough. But I understand it. So you don't want to jeopardize it back. So if you got to do, no, of course you ain't gonna do nothing out of pocket, nothing egregious. But understand that you focusing on the bag. And so if black people, since we want to talk about race, if y'all want to focus, instead of focusing on race and what a black man shouldn't say about a black woman and what a black woman shouldn't say about a black man, all this extra shit, how about we focus on how can we get to a bag together? How can we help each other level up? How can we help each other grow and build? Listen, how can we create more opportunities and businesses for other people? One of the things that I'm doing with my YouTube platform, my biggest thing is I want to grow this I want to grow the Courtnee Edgar Show as big as I possibly can. We talking a million, over 1 million views, over 1 million subscribers. So that way we can run up this bag on the Courtnee Edgar Show. So that way I can then help other people that's, like Banter and Barter, my people over there, Banter and Barter. I can break down the bag with them. And as well as on the outside of things, I can create other opportunities for other people on the back end that you may not see on the platform, that may be helping out with the platform, that may be doing other things on the back end that's helping us continue to get to a bag. Shout out to Snow. You feel me? So these are the things that's being put in motion. It's going to take time, but these are things that I'm creating and I'm building so that way I can leverage that and then help other people out too. That's what we should be talking about. These are the conversations that need to be had. These are the conversations that need to be had. But y'all too worried about a black man holding a black woman accountable. Now you upset about some shit.
And he's similar to a lot of the black Republicans who ideologically could not articulate anything worth mentioning, are out here caping because they're not in competition with Bakari Sellers or Andrew Gillum. But they're at the front of the line on that side because they're willing to say the things that white people think and don't get to say with license. But they got you, Cape and Clown, who's willing to say it,
right,
and they get rewarded for it.
But he looks like money. He smells like money. He talks
All
loud.
of it.
He knows LeBron, even
All
though
of
LeBron can't stand him.
Yeah.
So he's there. He walks with a swag. He went to an.
So why can't it be that's his own thought? Why does it have to be why does it have to be this thing that a white man has put this in his head? So the white man told him to say it, so he said it because of who he is. How come it couldn't be his own thought? Ain't nobody tell me to say nothing. I don't see no white man around here telling me nothing. And you see me talking about it though, don't you? It's called using my own mind, thinking for myself. Yeah. That's exactly what's going on. I got you, Snow. I got you. So and this at Clown
HBCU, so he's the perfect messenger. And so when people come to him because he looks like black men are always in the mode of survival. Always. And he looks like somebody who's thriving. So you're more inclined to listen to someone who has made it to some point. It's an aspirational thing.
Yeah. Native land.
Yeah, I don't like none of this, man. I can't stand victimized black people, man. I can't stand black people with a victim mentality. I 100% cannot. It pisses me off. It pisses me off to the fucking nines, bro. I don't understand it. I don't understand it whatsoever. I don't know where they get this shit from. I don't know where they find these people, but they need to find these people and send them back to where they came from because they annoying as fuck. You can't, as a black man, you can't say the things that you want to say because all of a sudden you got other black people that's gonna come on the back on who's on your tail. You better not say that, nigga, because you know what I'm saying. You black too. Remember that, bro. Because if you say something against the black people or say something against the black woman, then you know you a coon, bro. Boy, you better get out of my face. That's what you better do. You better get out of my face. That's all I know. You better get out of my face. and stop talking to me like a crab from a barrel, you better stop doing it. Last time I checked, I pay my own bills. You ain't paying it. Last time I checked, I'm responsible for my life, not you. So why you worried about who I'm talking about? Why you worried about who I voted for? Why you worried about it? What does that do for you? What does that do for you? Nothing. It don't change your life one way or the fucking other. Because whether it was a Democrat that won, whether it was Kamala Harris that won or Trump, we still gonna focus on trying to get to a bag one way or the fucking other. That's what we gonna do. That's what we about. Y'all worried about all the dumb. Y'all worried about all the wrong shit. How about you get your money up first? Focus on getting to a bag. Focus on getting your money up first, and then you can worry about all the other bullshit because you'll have more time on your hands to worry about it. How about y'all do that? How about we focus on doing that? How about y'all do that? But y'all want to have that conversation, though. Y'all don't want to have that conversation. What it is. But either way, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit that bell notification, man. So let's go ahead and move over to the next topic. We're gonna do a hard pivot over. You know, I think we kind of done with some politics for the night. Sort of done with politics in that sense, but we gonna get there. Hey, that's what's up. Get that bag up. Get that bag up. Get that bag up. That's how it should be. Continue to keep running it up too. Don't stop. So look, let's pivot over to this other video that I came across today. There's this trend that's been going on. I know a lot of you guys know who Joey Swole is. You know, he's the guy that does a lot of reaction videos to men and women who do crazy, basically who talks about gym etiquette, right? For the most part. And so I came across this video and I thought that was extremely cringe, bro. It was extremely cringe. And the reason that it is cringe because of everything that leads up to it. I'm like, bro, did she make that? Was somebody really doing this, or did she just make this video up just for likes and views? So I'm gonna play the video, and then y'all give me y'all thoughts on this. All right. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Cause this is wild.
Come back every time, stay on your mind. Come back every time, baby, I'ma keep you going. Stop looking at me, bro. Stop looking at me. Baby, I'ma keep you going.
First of all, who's she talking to? Who's she looking at? Let's look. Hold up. Let me go back.
Stay on your mind.
Who's she talking to?
Come back every time, baby, I'ma keep you going. Stop looking.
Who's she talking to? Cause I don't see no man looking at. What's up, butterfly? What's good with you? I don't see nobody.
Stop looking at.
Do y'all see anybody looking at her? Cause I damn sure don't see nobody looking at her. Who?
Baby, I'ma keep you going.
Who's she looking at? Let me play it one more time. Maybe I missed it.
Come back every time, baby, I'ma keep you going.
All right, so I don't see nobody.
Stop looking.
Okay, is it the bald head? No, bald head man ain't looking at her. Dude back there in the white shirt, he talking to old girl right there. Buddy over there to the far left with the suit, he ain't nowhere near close enough for her to be talking to him. Hey,
stop looking at me. Baby.
Yeah, and those curls that she doing is wild work. Them curls is trash. I'm gonna need her to stop rocking her body back and forth with them curls. I'm gonna need her to keep her back straight. You know what I'm saying? Lower that motherfucking bar slow and come back up and explode that bitch up. But I don't know what the hell's going on. Do something. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand it. Yep, throw a shirt. Yep. I think I've gotten used to it. Gotten used to the fact that a lot of these women, they just go wear the Gymshark shit. You know, it is what it is. Drinking, surfing through YouTube. Okay, I feel you, big dog. Do your thing. Full makeup. That's what I'm saying. Ladies, can I ask y'all a question? Why y'all do that? Why y'all be putting a full face of makeup on just to go to the gym and sweat? I don't understand that. I never understood that. Why are you putting a full face of makeup on just to go to the gym and work out? Can somebody enlighten me? Give me some insight on what that is and why you do that. I'm open. I'm open to hearing that. I want to know. But back to this shorty here. Let me play this video one more time.
Stop looking at me, bro. Stop looking at me.
And then the little smirk. So here's my conclusion. I don't think she was talking to nobody. I think what happened, one of the two things. One, she was in her car driving. She said, damn, I need to make a video today. I don't know what. I need to make a video that's going to make somebody say, you know what? I want to do a reaction. Or she was just working out. And she probably thought about it too. She's like, you know what would be dope if I make a video while I'm working out and I act like I'm talking to somebody and saying, stop looking at me, and just get back to working out. Because nowhere, I don't believe it. That's what I'm saying, Butterfly. I don't understand that. So I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to understand it. Who are you talking to? That's the ultimate question. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to yourself or are you actually talking to somebody? I need the person that she was talking to make a video. If that is a real person. I think she was talking to herself. More of the story, this video cringe as fuck. This video is cringe. Instead of you just focusing on your workout, instead of you focusing on your curl form, because it's atrocious. Because you're rocking back and forth, trying to make content that you only got 2 likes and five comments on and 2 shares, one of them being mine, so I can come back to this video. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. Because I've seen many videos of Joey Swole, doing a lot of reaction. I see a lot of women posting videos of men, and a lot of times the men ain't even doing shit. They just minding their own business, but they felt some type of way. Exactly, Cakes. Exactly. The weight too heavy, so she up here rocking with it. But what don't make even more sense to me is the fact that, okay, if the weight is heavy, why are you focusing on putting the camera? Why are you focusing on the camera? Why are you focusing on making content? You should be worried about trying to get that weight up. That's what you should be working on. But again, I see other videos of women doing this, and it's cringe. Instead of you just focusing on your shit, getting your workout in, and getting the fuck out of the gym. How about we do that? That's what I'm trying to understand. Well, it's today. Well, it's and then you sagging. Man, listen, I'm about to get off this. They bugging right now. She definitely ain't locked in. She definitely not locked in at all. She ain't locked in whatsoever. I should be more observant when I'm in the gym because I don't be paying attention to no one. Nah, Nah, you doing exactly what you're supposed to do, Joe. You doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You getting in there, you locked in, you getting your workout in, and you leaving. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I do. I get in there, I get my workout in, boom, and I'm out. He says the shoes for me, the ones that she got on. I ain't in my zone, focus on what I'm working on. Facts. She ain't locked in. That's a fact. If you ain't paying my membership, you ain't getting no eye contact or attention from me. There you go. Tell him again. Tell him again. You ain't getting no eye contact from me. We focus on getting this weight up. That's what we focus on. But I need a lot of these women to stop doing that shit just for the content, because that's just annoying, bro. I'm tired of coming across videos like this. I'm gonna be 100% with you, because there was another video that I made a while back. That's what I'm right. Whatever the fuck, it does look like a skit, don't it? It does look like a skit, right? It does look like a skit. But I can't. But it was another video that I made, that I responded to, and it was another chick, another fitness chick, and she was talking about guys looking at her in the gym. But I'm like, shorty, look what you wearing. Look what you got on. You telling me that? Excuse me. I'm sorry. You telling me that the shit that you got on working out, right? I get it. You know, everybody's locked in, but sometimes, you know, you working out, your eyes are wandering. Sometimes you working out, you see certain people, and it's one or two looks. You see the one look like, what the fuck she wearing? What the fuck she got on in here? And that's one look. Or the other two like, damn, she look good. Like, her body's dope. Those are the only two looks you really getting, because everybody's focusing on the gym. Everybody's focused on getting that work in. We sweating. Everybody got the headphones in. We grinding, man. Nobody got time to be worried about trying to have no conversation right now, even though there are some people who do. But nah, she missed me with that one. She missed me with that one. But either way, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. Let's see what Snow said. Any video or pics is private for me to see my progress, not for them. Exactly. Yeah, or let me see their form. Exactly. Exactly. So look, let's go ahead and move over to the main topic of tonight. The main flame. Miss J.Lo. Miss Jennifer Lopez. Don't you want about the rocks that I got? I'm still Jenny from the block. Yep. Old J.Lo. She can't keep him down. Old J.Lo can't keep him down, huh? She can't keep him down. So apparently, she made a comment about her it's not the fact that she ain't lovable. It says, she basically said that the men that she's dating or married, they aren't capable. Interesting.
I beg your pardon.
Interesting thing to say. So we're gonna listen to it. We're gonna listen to the video, because she was on the Howard Stern show. And hold up. Give me a second. Oh, I'm so crazy. I'm up here pressing the wrong one. Here we go.
Do you think you've truly been loved? No. And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back?
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable, it's that they're not capable.
They can't love.
They don't have it in them. They need to appreciate the little person inside of them.
They have little
need to love
give.
them. Yeah.
You've been in relationships with
And they gave me what they had.
Right. But
They
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it. Every time.
But it's this much. It's
All
a
the
little bit.
rings, all the things I could ever want.
Right.
They tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. But
They didn't love you.
they didn't,
And didn't know you.
and I didn't love myself.
Right. It's tough. This is some journey, right?
It is.
And you know, I was thinking about your music. Most of your songs are about love. They really are.
They're all about love.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. Exactly. So y'all get it. Y'all get it. Hold on. Let me. You know what? Let me pose a question. I gotta pose a question. Gotta pose a question in the chat. Give me a second. Let me pose this question. All right, I posted it. Do you think J.Lo is the problem? Do you think J.Lo is the problem? Because Shorty, you done went through 4 of them things. But then she said, hold on, I think she said something key though right here though. She said something key. Listen to this. Hold up.
To appreciate the little person inside of
They
them.
have
They
little
need to
to
love
give.
them. Yeah.
You've been in relationships with
And they
people.
gave me what they had.
Right, but
They
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it. Every time.
But it's this much. It's a
All the
little bit.
rings, all the things I could ever want.
Right.
They tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. But
They didn't love you.
they didn't.
And didn't know you.
And I didn't love myself.
Oh. Let them talk long enough, they're going to reveal. They're going to reveal something. She didn't love herself. That's one. He said, I'll do anything for Selena's. But also, she's the problem. 4 men wanted to marry you. Or at least, well, how many? She was married to 2, right? She was married to 2 and then she got proposed to the other 2, right? Something like that. And you mean to tell me you 0 for 4? No. Yeah, you 0 for 4. Just because you got it didn't finish. You didn't see it through. Excuse me, you 0 for 4. Make it make sense. So you don't have any accountability whatsoever on your part that you played in that situation. Bill Affleck gave you 2 chances. Y'all got together. I think y'all were married, and then he came back to your ass, and y'all still broke up. Nah, fam. At some point, so technically you 0 for 5. Technically you 0 for 5. You the problem. You are the common denominator of the situation. You went through 4 different men. One of them you went through twice. And you mean to tell me you couldn't make it work? And you mean to tell me it didn't work? Not with one of them? But they're the problem. They gave me everything that they had. They gave you everything that they had. You sure about that? I think you toxic. I think J.Lo is toxic. I think she is unbearable. I think she's hard to get along with in a relationship. I think that I'm not gonna diagnose her with that, but I think she's a nagging woman. I think that she is a combative woman. And I think she makes things hard. And I think she actually makes things hard for the men that she's with. And so they're like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this quarrelsome woman. I'm not. And I think that's what it is. She'll play the victim all day, but I really think behind closed doors, I really think J.Lo is an asshole. I think J.Lo is a piece of shit person when it comes to her being in a relationship. I really do. You can't convince me that she's not. Nope, I ain't even including Diddy. I forgot all about Diddy. Well, 0-5. 0-5, 0-6. I think she's the issue. I think she is the common denominator. I think she is the ultimate problem. I think that every man that she gets with, it sounds good at first, and then she shows her true colors, and these niggas are like, ooh, Nah, I'm good on you, shorty. I'm good on you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think she has this high and almighty complex. That's what it looks like. She got this complex like I'm better than you. That's what it gives me. I could be wrong. I could be 110% wrong, but I think that's what she gives. I think she's a narcissist. And I normally don't even like to use that word, but I think that she is. I think she's selfish. I think she only about her. If it ain't her way, it's the highway. Any nigga that goes against the shit that she wants to do or what she believes, she booting. She's saying no, or she gonna try to use some sort of manipulation tactic to get them to do what she wants. I guarantee it. And I guarantee you too, she talks down on them. I guarantee you she go at them. She probably say some out of pocket shit too. Ain't it crazy though? It seems like she play all the movie romances, playing all the ones where it's like happily ever after, but then she can't keep a fucking marriage. She can't keep one. That's a fantastic question, Bull City. I think she played a part in it, like Cassie did. I think she played a huge part in that, like Cassie. I think she had a bigger role in the situation. She had a bigger role in the situation than probably what Cassie had. I 110% agree with that. I 110% believe that. Butterfly. So basically, she's talking about how the men that she has dealt with in her life. She said that the men that it's not the fact that she's not lovable. She said that the men that she was dating weren't capable, which we all disagree 100%. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Snow. So I think she played a huge part in that. I think she conniving. Yup, I think so. Could be. I could be wrong on. Oh shit, that little back area back there tripping. Let's fix that. But I do believe that. I 110% believe that she is the problem, and you can't tell me otherwise. You couldn't tell me otherwise. Let me see. We said we got one person said they don't think she wrong. Let's see. One person said that they don't believe that J.Lo is the problem. Who put no? I need to hear it. I need to hear why you think no. I'm just curious though. You know what I'm saying? Show opinion, but you know what I mean. I just want to know what makes you think no. If they still in the chat. If you try to 5 times, you have to be a little sick. That's what you feel me? Like that's what I'm saying, D'Angelo. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta at some point you gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, all right, fam, what's really going on out here? I can't keep one on. She has a range of personality type as well thug to swallow. Yep. I get that. Yep. I do. I believe that. I definitely believe that. I definitely believe it. She gonna end up being a Halle Berry situation, or better yet, a Tracy Ellis Ross. Gonna be out here doing her thing as an older woman, talking about she still got it, messing around with these youngins, talking about I'm free by choice type shit. She gonna want them dudes. She gonna want them kind of dudes that's gonna do what she say. That's why she gonna go for a young watch. When she decided to pop back out in these streets, she gonna get her a young one. she gonna get her a young one. I 110% agree. She gonna find her a young one. He gonna be about 15 to 20 years younger than her. Watch. Nah, she ain't wrote the Tell All book yet. Yeah, she ain't wrote that book yet. She has not wrote that book yet. She has not. But yeah, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure you hit the bell notification. Listen, don't forget to tap into the Patreon, man. We are going to be building over there in that platform because eventually we're going to build up so that way we can have our first meetup too. So you definitely want to tap in over there. That's where all the information is going to be, all the videos. I got some great things coming up soon. I'll be doing an interview. I'll be doing a couple of interviews, and it's all going to be in the Patreon. It's not, I'm not going to have it on the public platform, on the public channel. Got some other videos coming up on how to go from 0 to 1,000 subscribers. How to edit your videos. What else? A few other things, few other interviews I'm gonna be doing too. So yeah, y'all definitely want to make sure you tap in over there, man, because we got some big things coming up. You feel me? So let me read some of these comments real quick. If you look at Cassie, she is a knockoff J.Lo. He replaced J.Lo. The one he couldn't keep what they look alike. It cost him his freedom. That's a fact. That's the only chick he wrote a song about. I need a girl to ride. I need a girl to be my wife. I need a girl who's mine, oh mine. I need a girl in my life. Yup. You was more than my friends. We were like brothers. Oh, that shit was kind of, hold on. That was a pause moment too. When I heard they say you more than my friends, we were like brothers. What you mean? Who you talking about? Who you talking about, Diddy? Who you talking about, fella? What you got going on? But you had to be older to catch it though, because we were singing the shit out that song. You was more than my friends. We were like brothers. All night we would play a fight on the covers. Now you gone, can't love you like I really want. Every time I think about your pretty smile and how you used to drive the whole city wild. Damn, I wish you would have had my child. You feel me? Like that shit used to go, man. All right. Let the league and pause word. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? He did. He took a pause on my shot. He took that bitch like, hold up. He took the shot. All right. We about to dive into some heavy waters now. Remember when I said we're gonna talk about some politics, but it ain't gonna be the same type of politics? Yep, we about to dive into it. LeBron James. Oh man. So first, I got a couple of videos that I'm gonna play. So the first video I'm gonna play is with Paul Pierce on the Shannon Sharp on Shannon Sharp channel. You know, too many lyrics. Hey, bro, listen. When I was young when that song came out, bro. I was young. So I was listening. I was rocking that shit, bro. But Jordan versus LeBron. Paul Pierce talks about it on Shannon Sharp. I appreciate you, Butterfly. And then I'm gonna go over to a couple of other videos, and then I give my thoughts and opinions. All right, so let's dive in real quick. I'm gonna try my best not to pause it, but if I hear some crazy shit, I'm gonna pause it. But I'm gonna try to let it play through. All right. Cause I know some people be complaining this shit like, oh man, you talk too much, bro. You talk too much. All right, I hear you.
Race that, because then you be like, damn, how did you lose when you had this?
I think if you think about it, the only time that I think LeBron really should have won the championship was against the Dallas Mavericks. He wasn't favored in any other championship, really.
Does the journey matter? How you win? Does that matter?
It does to me.
It matters, right?
It does.
Like, because if you're saying Kobe became something different because he stuck it out with the Lakers and won without Shaq, that matters.
Yeah.
That's elevated Kobe.
Well,
right?
see, if they could have got him pieces, do you think Kobe win if he doesn't get Powell? If they don't get Metta?
Powell is not a top 75 player.
But I'm saying if they don't get him.
No, they don't.
LeBron couldn't get nobody to come to Cleveland. Bro, think about it. He got Timofey Mozgov, $75 million. He had Dellavedova. Dellavedova is your starting partner
up there.
See, that's my point. That's what he was up against. Just imagine if Jerry West was his GM, he would have knew what pieces to put around LeBron.
But that's what makes the journey matter. Like when you go through the rough times, like me and Cole, like we talked about earlier, we were like, oh, we you know, the journey's over, but he stuck it out.
Yeah.
And that meant something for him to stay a Laker and wait for them to see if they were going to do something.
Right.
He never ran.
LeBron waited.
What year was it?
Yeah, like year 7. He just realized that
what year did Jordan win?
7
or 8?
Yeah. But here's the thing. They got him Scottie Pippen. They got him Grant.
Scottie became something. They don't know Scottie. They didn't go get Scottie.
Hold up. First of all, y'all missing the big piece. Cavaliers didn't have the fucking salary cap to get nobody. They were paying LeBron all the money. So in order for that to happen, LeBron had to get up out of there. And nowhere in hell, because he was in his building phase, nowhere in hell were you about to ask him to take a pay cut. You're crazy as fuck. No, I'm not taking the pay cut. Absolutely not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave. Because if y'all can't get what I need over here, I'm dipping. That's just like being at your job. It's like, all right, bro, I know I'm the top dog over here. I'm the highest performer in my corporate position. I am the highest performer. And you're not paying me? Or better yet, you decide that you want to try to make some changes, but I just got an offer. Oh, I just got an offer over here at this other corporation. They're willing to offer me X, Y, and Z. You think I'm finna stick it out? No, nigga, I'm finna go over here. I'm finna go over here where I know I can get this promotion and I'm finna get paid a bigger bag. Man, listen, I ain't got time to play these games with y'all, bro. Nope. Y'all ain't giving me no incentives over here. Yeah, you pay me decent, but where are the incentives at? You ain't giving me no medical. You ain't giving me nothing. You ain't giving me no opportunities. You ain't opening no new doors for me. You ain't doing nothing for me right now. You just paying me good. That's all you doing. Nah, I gotta go. I don't see myself elevating. I don't see myself getting better over here. So I'm gonna go over here to this other corporation where they got everything. They got things, they got programs where you can learn and improve your skills. You paying me on top of that. Then you got the benefit package too. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one over here. Appreciate it. Brian made them pay the wrong guys and then got mad when they did. Nah, I disagree.
And they drafted well.
But what I'm saying, they weren't drafting well though, truth.
But they were trying to do everything to get him. They got Ben Wallace, Shaq, Antoine. They was trying.
But Ben Wallace,
Shaq was out the door when they got Shaq. That Shaq that LeBron got was not the same Shaq that was with D Wade and Kobe. No. That Shaq was the Shaq that was at Phoenix, the Shaq that was in Boston Celtics. That's the Shaq that he got. Come on, man.
Wallace was my age.
Yeah, I mean,
Shaq was my age.
But you think about this: the great players, people always
Timothy Miles. Come, all right, bro.
Gravitate towards the great players.
Yeah,
the good role players gravitate.
Yeah, but they ain't going to Cleveland to gravitate towards them.
Why not? People
because I ain't trying to go to Cleveland.
Like Milwaukee won.
Yeah,
Denver won. Who want to go there?
I tell you what. Let me ask you this: you think Giannis is going to finish his career in Milwaukee?
I mean, in the landscape we are today, it's hard to say that somebody's going to finish a career with one team.
Yeah, because he wants to win. And you know, once you get a taste of that winning truth.
Yeah, but whose journey was better, Jordan's or LeBron's?
You think it's harder to win as many championships as Jordan did with one team, or win the championship that he's won like LeBron on multiple teams?
That was Buffett.
It's hard to win, period.
Yeah, oh, for sure. We
said that.
We've agreed to that. Yeah, we're going to agree with that.
But now, if I go say, all right, I want to go over here, but then I get the hand pick. What part of the journey is that? That has to mean something.
He was still
that has to mean like Jordan didn't say pick Pippen.
Nah.
Did he?
Right.
They got him on a hinge that's saying, hey, maybe he becomes something.
Right.
You know, like the journey has to like mean something. And, you know, it doesn't take away from LeBron's ability.
Right.
Like he's like just take away everybody's championships. LeBron has the greatest ability of any basketball player ever, like skill-wise.
Right.
Like, I mean, dude, he's the scoring champ. He can pass like Magic. He can rebound like Rodman. I mean, he can do it all. He can do it all. Like, if I'm building a basketball player, I want to build LeBron. Like, athleticism.
Yeah, no player's been able to do more.
Hey, look, can I tell y'all something that probably a lot of people haven't thought about? And this is crazy. This is something that one of my homeboys, he brought this up to me. The reason why a lot of people would try to view Michael Jordan over LeBron is because more people believe that they can be Michael Jordan than they can LeBron. Let me say that again. The reason why a lot of people will want to choose Michael Jordan over LeBron simply because more people believe that they can be a Michael Jordan than they can a LeBron James. That shit in itself speaks volumes about how great LeBron James actually is. Just food for thought. It's food for thought.
But the mental fortitude is what we always questioned about him.
Well, just let me ask you a question.
JB, sit down.
Let's just say for the sake of argument.
That's cap.
LeBron James.
Don't worry.
Had a historically great coach.
I'm gonna show you something. Don't worry.
Say he had a Dean Smith in college for 3 years.
Stay tuned.
And then he get a Phil Jackson for the better part of his career.
That.
What coach that you believe that LeBron James going to have that's going to go to the Hall of Fame? Maybe Spoelstra?
Spoelstra will go to the Hall of Fame. Ty Lue will go to the Hall of Fame.
Yep, Ty Lue will.
Let's see who he with right now.
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick.
Mike Brown. Vogel.
But who made who? Who made who? Did Phil make Jordan?
Yep.
All I know is Phil left somewhere else and went and won a championship.
But did Phil make Jordan?
I'm just asking you a question. Did he leave? Tell me the coach. Tell me the coach. Tell me the.
Phil gave Jordan the game plan so that way he can be successful. Michael Jordan was not the system. Michael Jordan played in the system. That's why they had the triangle. LeBron James is the system, just like Tom Brady. That's why LeBron James is able to go to any team and they automatically become a championship contender. Michael Jordan couldn't go to any team, just like he went to the Wizards. They didn't go, they weren't a championship contender. See where I'm going with that? Just like Tom Brady. He was with the Patriots. Everybody thought it was Belichick, but it was Tom Brady. And guess what? When Tom Brady uprooted and went to fucking Buccaneers, guess what happened? He got a championship in Tampa Bay. Because why? Tom Brady is the fucking system. What Belichick doing now? Struggling. He out here struggling in college football. Just like Phil Jackson. No Phil Jackson, no championships for Michael Jordan. No Phil Jackson, no championship for the Lakers. That's a fact. And that's not to take anything away from Jordan and or Kobe. Because they were going to get buckets regardless. They was going to get buckets because that's just who they are. But when you talk about championships, that's one thing that you got to understand. You got to add a coaching to that. You can't add a coaching to what LeBron is because LeBron is the system. You got to call it for what it is, you know.
Coach that's won a championship after they left LeBron.
Probably nobody.
Why that?
Hey, that's
Because
butterfly. That's fair, though.
LeBron.
You don't like him because he left. That's fine. All I'm saying is, don't listen. You can dislike him. I don't care. That's fine. I hated Kobe, but Kobe's still my top 3 though. He's still my top 3 player. I hated Kobe. I fucking hated him with my guts. I'm like, I can't stand this nigga, man. But he's still my top 3 though. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. So I respect Kobe as a hooper, as a player. I didn't really care for him as a person. I'm being honest with you. And back then. Let me make sure I'm clear with that. Back then. Like early in the career when he was playing with Shaq and shit, like I couldn't stand his ass. But he was still one of my top guys though. Like, damn, man, but I can't hate this nigga game. This nigga raw, bro. But I can't stand his ass. You feel me? Jordan played when it was still a gladiator sport, but man, JB ain't going on somewhere, bro. Sit this one out, bro. Sit this one out.
Elevated the coach, right?
Yeah.
So did Jordan.
Sit this one out, bro.
Phil won 5 championships after he left Jordan.
I mean, come on. You inherited Kobe and Shaq.
I just said what he did.
You inherited. That's like right now, if you inherit like
I feel you better, but
who ain't won a championship a great player in the league right now?
Vogel inherited, didn't he have KD and Book?
Oh, Vogel won with Bron.
Yes, but did he get Book and wasn't he in Phoenix?
Yeah, and that was trash.
Oh, God, my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away. LeBron, I think the coach.
I think me personally.
I give more credit to
LeBron played football and he played football and basketball, bro. Yeah, in high school. Fam, what we not about to do? Michael Jordan played baseball and he was trash. That nigga was hitting what, 0.2 something batting average, man. He was garbage, bro. Chill out. Chill out. Let's not do that. He was garbage. And the only reason that he had the opportunity to go play baseball is simply because they tried to cover up that gambling debt that he had going on, but they called it retirement. Oh, y'all want to have that conversation though? You don't want to have that conversation though. Let's move on.
Player than the coach though.
Do you?
You don't want to have that conversation though. Hey, D'Angelo, we having a week, bro. We having a week. But look though, I'm finna move over to another video. You know what? Because I am glad. I am 100% glad that JB is saying what he's saying right now. I'm loving this right now. Let's dive in. Let's start with, let's start with this first. Let's start here first. Because I want to show something. You know what I'm saying?
Against Boston, this happened. A foot raised down the court. Michael Jordan.
Because I want to play this. Because y'all know the media like to hide shit. You know what I'm saying? They, because y'all don't want to understand that the media really tried to make Jordan seem like he was flawless. You know what I'm saying? So I want to play some videos for y'all. I want to play something to show y'all that if Jordan came up in the social media area, guaranteed the Michael Jordan that y'all know today, he wouldn't be the same Michael Jordan. So let's go ahead and show y'all something real quick.
The steal, Michael Jordan in a solo. Oh, down against Boston, this happened. A foot raised down the court with Ian Carr. He powered it off the back of the rim. It went out.
To Paxson. Jordan goes airborne, and a blocking foul is called. Ooh. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is charged with the foul, and Jordan may be shaken up when he landed on his wrist.
That was LeBron. He would have made the dunk. Just saying. That's an easy dunk.
Kareem.
That's an easy dunk. He probably jumped over his head. Just saying.
Turned his back into him. He's all right. He's shaking it off.
Since y'all want to play that
Watch
game.
this again for another angle. He got up high. Kareem just sort of protected himself.
Whoa! Slam off the heel of the rim. Paxson with a.
Pulls the tip, and here comes Jordan. And he blew the shot. Well, mark it down. It's about 2 minutes past 2 Eastern time, and Michael Jordan has done the unthinkable to demonstrate the artistry and perfection and greatness of Michael Jordan. That missed stuff will undoubtedly be played on every highlight show across America this evening. And the crowd certainly has gotten a kick out of it. Jordan goes baseline left, shot partially blocked again by Robinson. That is his third block, and the Spurs will have the ball. Put the block again. Here it comes. Well, here's Michael. He's taking off, and you see him meet him right at the top.
Out of here.
Byron has trouble. Here comes Michael. Up. Mark it down. And they're standing here. Well, you can see he took his eye off it because he was
I'm doing it for, listen, I'm showing this, but I got a better video that's going to show the entire everything. This ain't just the lowlights, but I have to make sure that we understand something because a lot of people act as if he was flawless. So I'm bringing this up just to show you that he wasn't flawless. That's a start.
During the distance to the dunk. I know what happened. He got his tongue out at the wrong time. 19 of the third quarter. That's a game for most people. Michael's still embarrassed. Yes, he is. You know what he's going to do? You know what he was trying to do? He was trying to get that ball in position for the turnaround. He was going to do a reverse behind
in the bucket. He was still
7-6 on the shot clock. Jordan flying. Oh, not quite.
Mike Dunleavy's saying, wait, he penetrates, the defense steps up, but excuse me, with the left arm, so I get the shot off.
Yes. And that's why his first step, he flew right by James Worthy, goes up, well, twists a little bit, shot it with his right hand.
I got this old thing and the bill from the store where I got it. Figured you could.
This ain't it though. See y'all, you speaking too fast. This ain't it.
Thank you, Dick. Michael just got a nice round of applause here. The question is, can one man beat the Lakers, or do we need a more diversified attack today?
Well, we're playing the Boston Celtics, Pat, but I think it's going to be more of a five-man game, and we really have to play a complete basketball game. I don't think one man can beat the Boston Celtics.
It's hard to imagine that 6 weeks ago you were sitting on the bench.
Yes, it is. It's very hard for me to imagine. I'm very happy I'm playing now, and I'm very happy that I can contribute to the team.
All right, thank you. Good luck today. You don't have to remind me again that you are playing the Boston Celtics. Air Jordan's getting ready to take off. The problem is the runway is in Boston, so strap yourselves in. This is the NBA on CBS.
And Sidney Green, two real quick board bangers. Green starts it off the bench. Parrish blocks, and they're going to call goaltending against Robert Parrish and credit Michael Jordan. So it looks already as if the Celtics are going to give a lot of help to Michael Jordan in that case.
Put it off the glass and hope that one of his freer players can get an offensive rebound. One of the things I was looking for early, Dick, is the tempo of the game by the Bulls.
Jordan found his way in once again and has his second basket.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Jake from State Farm, everybody.
What I do?
Sometimes it takes a different approach.
Great. Let's go down.
To see the possibilities all around.
Yeah, the ball.
That's a false narrative, Jay Ben. You got to stop with that false narrative. Don't worry, we're going to get there.
Chicago had a 12-point
We're going to get there. Don't worry about it.
Lead in the first half of the game against the Celtics.
Those are talking points that you use in Big Dog. Those are talking points that you use because we know that's cap.
Thursday. Jordan trying to fake Bird, can't do it. Hits the jumper, but Bird played pretty well defensively against Jordan there.
I'm just saying, though, that move basic as fuck today, and people still look at it as iconic. I get it. Back then, listen, I know how to use the context clues. I understand that. Back then, that move, how he did it, it was like, oh shit, I've never seen somebody so flashy. Did a tween, and then drive, step up and pull. Cool. Niggas do that as a warm-up today. So the game has evolved, showing it in itself. He said Larry Legend to the lane with the lefty layup. You saw that? Yeah. Where they come from? Wholesale talks like Jay. Nah, they come. They come from a whole different talk point because that what you just said. Everybody else done said that. Whole lot of other people done said that shit. A lot of people who dislike LeBron typically say that. They say the same thing. I've heard it already, and it's been debunked already. That same talking point. Oh, he cry. No, don't worry. Like I said, we're gonna get there. Don't trip. Nah, I still think that. No, I think it was the timing. I don't think it's because of Larry Bird. I think it was just the timing. Because it's a new age hooper, young, flashy. There's a new swagger to the game. Look at the difference. He got the sleeve, he got the leg, he got the sleeve on, he got the Nike joints on. You know what I'm saying? Then he got the armband on and shit. Then you got Larry Bird basically looking ass with the Converse on and the fucking two striped socks on, looking basic as shit. You know what I mean? Nah.
You gotta hang on Jordan's shooting hand. Bird was nowhere to be seen on Banks.
Hey, come here, Larry.
Good and a foul. And Walton comes back for the Celtics, and Michael Jordan checks in for the
In real life, that would have been a dunk. Hey, game.
Michael Jordan has 8 points and is the game high score. Going baseline. Michael Jordan, the basket, good and a foul.
That was the Christmas massacre, but the troops are back.
Jordan against Dennis Johnson. Jordan. Under 2 minutes, 9 on the shot clock. They go with McHale. Guarded by Kevin McHale. 4-point lead for Chicago. Sidney Green is up on high, setting a screen. Johnson trying to fight through it on a switch. Bird guards Jordan, and Jordan hits the jumper anyway. And we're out. 1 out of 2. 2 seconds to go. Larry Bird had 12 all this period, but Michael Jordan has 23 points, and the Chicago Bulls, who need a win here.
Y'all just pay attention. I just want y'all to pay attention to how the game is being played right now. That's what I want y'all to focus on.
The Boston Garden lead 58-51 at halftime. Long range. Jordan.
I'm trying to figure out what this physical shit that y'all talking about, that y'all so-called claim. Where the physical shit at? I don't see it yet.
Double team, and Woolridge misses again. Here's Michael Jordan. Basket will be good and a foul, and 25 for Michael Jordan in the game. Boris,
that's what I'm saying,
Johnson with the ball.
That's what I'm saying. It was just at the
5:40
time.
to go.
It was perfect timing.
Bird going in on Banks.
That's going to put Danny Ainge on Jordan.
And a drive by Ainge.
The Celtics trying to Michael Jordan right now.
10 points in this period for Ainge. And what a great shot. And a basket and a foul. You talk about Bird's sheer determination. At certain points of a game, Michael Jordan has those same qualities. This game, Jordan against Ainge. Jumper good with 16 seconds to go, 91-85. Playing for the last shot. Ainge goes for 3 and hits it. 7 seconds, Chicago has an opportunity, leading by 2. Knocks it. Blocked by McHale. And that'll do it. That'll do it at the end of the third period. The Bulls have taken the blow.
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words, create your brand. Your opportunity.
Virtually all the way. Jordan banks it in, and Jordan with 40 points. He had 49 in game 1. Now Walton's come out to meet Jordan. Jordan trying to use his quickness, and it works. Michael Jordan with 44 now in the ball game.
And Walton afraid to foul that time.
Jordan cuts the Celtic lead to 2, and he has 46 points.
On that, but the Celtics still didn't get a hoop out of it, and not a free throw either.
Harris gets free. Looks like lately the Bulls have been going to Jordan like they did at the start of the last game. Here he is, the move and the basket. And it's a 1-point game to Stan Hallbeck urges his team on. They're this close. 3 on the shot clock. Jordan.
Listen, I play physical ball. I mean, I know, But to the point that niggas were talking about they playing football out there, nah, G. Listen, you run through it, nigga. I'm running through you.
Basket good and a foul. And a big basket for the Chicago Bulls. And Jordan could give them a 4-point lead. 11-point Bulls in the first half.
You get the first and only of his kind. That's why you got Kobe. That's why there's Kobe. Kobe is the next thing that Kobe is what Michael Jordan would be in today's game. That's what he would be. And to be honest with you, I think Kobe more fucking diabolical than fucking Jordan was. If you want me to be 100% honest with you, this nigga was crazier than what Jordan was. So, if we're going to be honest about it.
A 10-point lead in the second half. Celtics have fought back. Jordan, short jumper, and it drops. And 50 points for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has been a sensational show again. 52 points for Michael Jordan.
And now they're going to, I think, maybe go to Paris.
10 on the clock.
But you see my point, though. Biggest dude then was 230 pounds. Biggest dude. So imagine LeBron James, 260 pounds, full of muscle, handling the ball the way that he handled it, at his speed, at his size, with his athleticism. You telling me that he wouldn't not only thrive in that time, but he wouldn't demolish? All right.
Double on Parrish. Dennis Johnson penetrates, draws the foul, and gets the basket. Big play by Dennis Johnson. Made. Michael Jordan working against Dennis Johnson. Clock running down. 3 seconds. 3-point shot. No good. And a foul. Late sweep. A foul against Kevin McHale has been called by Middleton with no time showing on the clock. Kevin McHale can't believe it. Kevin McHale has been called for the foul on Michael Jordan from 8 feet beyond the 3-point line.
I have to see it myself. Here's Kevin coming all the way, and we didn't see what actually happened, but players do.
Michael Jordan from 8 feet beyond the 3-point line.
I have to.
All right. First of all, he losing the ball. Man, Bron to go, bro.
See it myself.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Already in the air.
Here's Kevin.
What a foul at?
Coming all the way, and we didn't see what actually happened, but players do fake the foul.
He can tie it up here and send the game in overtime. No time remaining. He made his first 16, then missed 2 before he made the 1, and this is pressure. Overtime in game 2 of our best of 5.
Bro, the way them niggas celebrated back then is fucking wild to me, bro. Hold on. Now let me go over here. Let me go over here. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something real quick. Let's go ahead with it.
He takes him inside. Oh! He walked running like a hood ornament. An and one Cavalier with a chance to get closer. LeBron James taking him to the basket. He tried to stop him, but Superman is too strong. That's how strong King James is.
going Popeye at him, and they're going crazy here at the kid. James on the run, dragged down, and he still gets it to go. Wow. DeRozan grabbed him with both. Hunter wanted to travel. Nobody else is able to get this shot off. That's grown man strength. Wow.
All I'm saying is, I don't see it. That's all I'm saying.
Both hands on him. James down the other end. Hardaway wraps himself around, and he still puts it in. He touched it again. How many times have we seen that this season?
Hardaway tries to do the right thing then in wrapping him up. That's just too strong.
And Diaw wraps him up. He still puts it up and in. The strength of LeBron James. He knew the foul was coming. And Diaw obviously didn't get enough of him.
Again, you're going to have to foul.
Got a little too fancy and turned it over. Here's James. And Bonner grabs him. And he puts it in. They count it on the continuation. How about LeBron James letting his game do the talking? I call that Oscar time. Is the king.
No, but he always crying, though. He always crying. I don't see him crying right here. I haven't seen him every foul that he got. I was not seeing him cry. All I see him doing was finishing, following through. Show me
speech.
And this ain't just a slap on the wrist. They grabbing this nigga. They full on grabbing this man, and he's still finishing at the rim. I bet.
And James now.
Best sixth rebound. He need to score. He gets one. Three by LeBron. Look at that power, the way he gets up there. And
miss it. And Cole hitting ahead for LeBron. Coming right at Crawford. Oh, that foul is too light. LeBron, another net on the windshield.
How do we? But that's what I'm saying, Bull City. How do we not know that the man wasn't going through shit just because he wasn't showing it? Just because he wasn't making theatrics about it like a Kobe Bryant or a Michael Jordan wouldn't do. That don't mean he wasn't going through shit. How do we know this man wasn't on the back end just like, man, no, fuck that. That shit was painful. Whatever fuck just went through. Like, how do we not know that? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a narrative that has been painted throughout this entire time. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be the first one to tell everybody Michael Jordan was fucking great. But the reason that I pulled up those videos was to show you that a lot of people talk about Jordan as if he was flawless. Like, nah, fam, that nigga had flaws too. He had 100% flaws too, but that don't take away from his greatness. That's the point that I was making. And the same thing here. LeBron James has flaws, but that don't take away from his greatness and how great he is. Now, whoever you deem number one, that's on you. That's your own opinion. My personal opinion is I got LeBron number one, Jordan number two, Kobe number three. And that's gonna be what it is. Because I understand the impact. I understand the impact that Michael Jordan had. I understand the influence. I do understand that. So I'm not negating any of that shit. As a former hooper myself, as a collegiate hooper myself, I not only played the game and not look at the stats, but also I can play the eye test too. I can see who can fucking hoop and who can't. I can see the difference between a player and this other player. I can see the difference in the evolution of the game versus how it was back then versus now. I can see that. That's why I said pay attention to how the game is played, not even the foul calling or the rules. Look at the difference between the athleticism and how these cats are moving and how the speed of the game, all of that shit, the athleticism, all of that shit. That shit's different. But again, bullshit, that's what I'm saying. Everybody pinning that narrative on him as if he's a crime dude. Okay, shoot. He in his older years now, bro. So, nigga, it's LeBron James. Same thing with Michael Jordan. Can you, Bull City, let's be 100% honest. Weren't there times that Michael Jordan was crying too? That he was whining because he didn't get a call? Because he Michael Jordan? Weren't there times that Michael Jordan got the call just simply because he was Michael Jordan? If we're going to be 100%, we got to be 100%. There were times where Michael Jordan got the call simply because he was Michael Jordan. Then there were times that Michael Jordan didn't get the call and Michael Jordan cried about it. We got to be honest about that. We got to be 100%. He wouldn't have got those shots off in the 90s. I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's all hearsay. I mean, I get it, but like D'Angelo said, your biggest dude was 230 pounds, roughly. Bron James, 6'9", fast, strong, athletic. You mean to tell me he ain't? Come on. Everybody call him a bulldozer. So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that he ain't finna wreck through? He ain't finna run through them? Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. That's where the eye test. That's where the eye test has to come in. Michael Jordan, 6'6", what, 220? If that, 220, 215. That was Michael Jordan. More of a finesse type of guy, not necessarily a bulldozer. So LeBron James, who is 6'9", pure muscle, fast, extremely athletic. I'm talking about natural athletic ability. Look at the video. You got two niggas grabbing him. Two of them. He's still finishing at the rim. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Michael Jordan, two men grabbing him. Same scenario. You think he finishing that? Realistically, we got to be honest about the conversation. We're going to be honest about it. We got to be honest about it.
And another chance at a three-point play. Two guys try to stop him.
Now, I'll admit, on that play, they didn't grab him as hard. I'll admit that. I ain't crazy. Like, all right, they just did this little, I'm gonna just drag you down a little bit, but I ain't grab you and wrap you up type shit. But we did see that a few plays ago.
With Anthony at the 4, James drives past Chandler, draws the foul and puts it in. So strong and able to get through the defense.
Mark with another rebound.
And he is fouled. I got you. I mean, you have where you got to be logical about the same with my. Now, I know I am logical. That's what I'm saying. You saying he wouldn't have gotten the shots off, but I'm saying that he would have. The reason I'm saying that is because of the explanation that I just gave. And go back and look at the video I just played with Michael Jordan and the Celtics. Look at that defense and how Jordan was getting through there. You mean to tell me if you take this LeBron and just put him right there in that same Celtics game, you mean to tell me that they finna be bulldozing him? When Michael Jordan, this is the Michael Jordan before he started. That was the Michael Jordan before he started the weightlifting. Right? That's the Michael Jordan before the weightlifting. Before he started putting on that weight after Detroit Pistons destroyed his ass. Right? So you talking about this LeBron, naturally built, naturally gifted, naturally strong. Come on, man. I'm meeting you halfway on this too, but we gotta be realistic about it and logical about this. This is where that eye test comes in. This is where the eye test comes in. It's like, all right, I hear your point. I do. I hear your point. But this is where the difference between LeBron and Michael Jordan come into play. Michael Jordan is athletically gifted, but he isn't as athletically gifted as LeBron James is. That's a fact. I'm not talking about skills. I'm talking about athletically gifted. Speed, strength, and athleticism all combined, and power all combined. Jordan had hops. Yep, 100%. He had speed, but he didn't have the strength. LeBron James got all three of those. At 6'9", 260 pounds. Come on. See, you see what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying, bro. You can't score that when you are assaulted and thrown in the crowd. Wasn't allowed in that area. You would have been ejected. Oh, wait, what? Oh, you can't score that when you were assaulted and thrown in the crowd. Oh, what you mean?
So LeBron James with his first field goal
in his return to the Cavaliers. But that was Kevin Love with an outlet pass. And what a great outlet pass. West Sunshine, somewhere is proud of Kevin Love. When a guy runs 6'8", 275, if you're Carmelo Anthony,
275.
Bring it up the floor for the Cavaliers. Gets a screen, rambles through the lane. Channing Frye grabbed him, but he's too strong.
that might work with a lot of guys driving.
Nah, fuck it. Let's do it. Listen,
There's nothing like access to the largest global airport lounge network.
I got time today. Let's go. I got a little time on my hands today. Let's go. Let's play it. Let's rock it. Let's play it. What's going on? All right, here we go. Let's go. We can watch it. We can watch it in real time. Let's go.
Was looking to take the lead now. Ahead to go to BJ. Lob to Michael. Oh,
yeah, here's that pass to Michael. Michael catches, directs down. Beautifully done. BJ could have taken the shot.
King just checked in, comes over to set the screen. Jordan goes the other way. Fires long two. Defensively, Mills has Paxson. Jordan.
No, they just showing his shots. Now I want to see the full joint. I want to see them guarding them. I want to see the whole thing. That's what I want to see. Oh, okay, here we go.
Down low, they get it to Dumars, and now Aguirre will try to get in the scoring column. Still missing, and Pippen runs it down with a great rebound, reaching up over the top on Lambier, and they're going to call a foul on him. Lambier and Daly are furious. Now they're going to call the technical on him also.
Unfortunately for Lambier, he just gets caught in a disadvantaged position as his weight carries him on. Pippen has to be called the loss of ball, and the even-tempered Bill Lambier. Then he hasn't been able to curl off that post.
Lambier losing it. They are just not with it yet.
But look, well, just hold up. But look at this. But hold up. Look how small Michael Jordan is. Look how small this nigga is, bro. Look how small he is. Not as they would just foul the hell out of you. There was no flagrant foul for taking people out in there. I got you. But this is where the strength aspect comes into play. That's what I'm saying. Look how small he is. Jordan wasn't strong then. He had the athletic ability, and he had the speed, but the power wasn't there. So that's what I'm saying. It was easy for them to knock his shit off his shoulders. Look at Charles Barkley. You think they was knocking Charles Barkley over the way they was knocking fucking Michael Jordan over? Put it like this. If Charles Barkley had the speed and the athleticism that Michael Jordan had, but he kept his strength, you think, come on, fam.
Just not with it. Bill Lambier sure-handed normally. Right,
yeah, Lambo was out of pocket though.
Since their altercation where Isaiah hurt himself, and Bill Lambier with a little emphasis there.
Chicago has not scored a field goal in more than 3 minutes. Davis pushing Lambier off.
Davis in the game. He's a physical player, good jump shooter, known to get into a few confrontations. Here, maybe one of the great floppers of all time, Bill Lambier.
Brad Sellers.
Hey, look, y'all, they've been flopping since that time, bro. Flopping ain't a new thing. They've been doing this shit. So everybody talking about, oh, this is a new lead. They flop. These niggas been flopping, man. They've been doing this shit.
First action for Chicago. Davis, Sellers, Jordan, Paxson, and Pippen. And the technical foul is going to be called against the Detroit bench.
Again, Chuck looking on. He was hollering, but Mark Aguirre upset.
Just short. Lambier catching the ball in Pippen's face underneath.
And flipping it at him. Unnecessary.
Isaiah sits, then he works in the backcourt with him. Lambeer or Rodman are up front still, along with Sally. And it's Rodman operating great offensive rebound. Taken down at the end line, and now punches exchange.
Hey, them niggas get crazy though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right? It's always the other guys. The players involved held on to one another. Nobody was injured. Everybody else has to come in and have a vote. Again, the little curl by Vinnie Johnson set this all up. And right here, no question about the giveaway. Davis trying to hold on and this.
Okay, Dennis Rodman sold it a little bit, but he grabbed the nigga around the shoulder type shit. Like, my nigga, calm the fuck down.
Actually, a very strong foul. And the sheriff, Bill Lambier, appears.
25-21. Chicago with the lead. Vinny with the layup.
And Chicago with no inferior defense that time as the players got their heads turned and weren't aware of court balance.
Tactical foul has been called here on John Sally, I think, but let's wait and see. Isaiah with a steal. Hodges tries to catch it. The little jump shot won't go. Rebound by Grant again. Down goes Dumars. Grant walks, and the ball goes back to Detroit. Now a technical foul has been called by Mike Mathis against probably Chuck Daly. I don't really know.
I think it's against Isaiah, actually. Isaiah had a few words to say.
Less than a minute to Corzine. Edwards got away with a push. Hodges on a drive. He goes to the deck, no whistle. Down goes Rodman, no whistle. Rodman partially blocks that shot, then a foul. And another technical is called.
Games 3 and 4 this afternoon and Monday afternoon. Right now, the Bulls have a home court edge, and they'll call.
Like, I feel you, Bull City, but even in the foul, the things I was pointing out with LeBron James, even when they were fouling him, a couple of cats actually grabbed him the same way that they grabbed Rodman, and he finished through it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's different, bro. Like, the shit different. But we understand each other. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that a lot of people point this narrative out. Shout out to Jay Ben. Point this narrative out that he just a softie, that he just be flopping all over the place and he always crying. But we've seen this man we've seen this nigga for so long that we forget how dominant this nigga actually is. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people forget how dominant this nigga is, bro. And how it's crazy. Because social media in itself put people in this aspect of put people in this mindset that LeBron James is a crybaby, he leaf flop, all this shit. Cool. If you want to play that, but understand, this nigga been playing for so many years, so he just playing into the game. He just playing into the narrative now. He done went through the ringer with niggas trying to pull him down, niggas trying to clothesline him. He's still finishing at the rim type shit. He jumping over niggas' heads in mid-game, booming on niggas, blocking niggas. Like, come on, fam. That's the shit that I argue. I would never sit here and tell anybody that Michael Jordan wasn't great. I would never tell anybody that. I'd be a plumb fucking fool to sit here and say, bruh, Michael Jordan was garbage. I'd be a fool. Excuse me. I'd be a fool to say that. As a hooper myself. Let me stop saying hooper. As a former hooper myself. As a former collegiate hooper myself. I'd be a fool to say that. But I'd also be a fool to sit here and say that LeBron James isn't great either. I'd be a fool to say that. And I'd also be another fool if I was to say Kobe wasn't great either. I'd be a plumb fucking fool out here in these streets. And that's why I always leave the door open for the opinion of people saying, look, I don't have LeBron James as my number one. Okay, fine. That's your opinion. But he's my number one. Jordan's my 2. Kobe my 3. Now, for any nigga who sit here and say that LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, or Michael Jordan is anything above, anything past the 3, you need to be studied. I know one dude, bro. I know one guy who sit here and told me that he got LeBron James as his number 11. I said, nigga, I'm not talking to you no more. And it's not because of the simple fact that it's a simple fact. I'm like, bro, you gotta be trolling. And you gotta be out your fucking mind, or you don't know basketball at all to even consider the fact that you got LeBron James at number 11. I can't take you serious. I was like, this conversation is over with. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. You can't even be genuine about the conversation.
Horn inside for a pushing foul and a technical foul as well.
Got a clear side.
Goes to the middle. Great pass. Wow, Salah.
Exactly, Bull City. That's what I'm saying. And that's why when everybody throws out he's a elite flop, I'm like, no, he ain't, man. This the older LeBron. This nigga on the back end of his career. He getting ready to retire. So he ain't trying to fight through the shit no more like he used to. He just, listen, man, give me the foul, let me get my free throws in, and let me get the bucket. Like, call it a day. That LeBron back then, it was different.
The officials quickly jump in, but that was no maiming or anything like that.
Oh, John Taylor.
Made sure he didn't hit the hoop, and Courtnee knew.
Bad boys.
Jordan does a good job of drawing everybody to him, and then finding Courtnee, who gets Sally up in the air, and the extra hog tie.
You're right.
Dumars looks to Edwards against Cartwright. His jumper, good. A 7-point game with 2:26. James Edwards has had a big game again.
Tigers are down. You see Edwards go up for the shot, and as you flash in your picture, you'll watch Rodman come across, and this is where the contact is made. The high-flying foot and knee catch him right about the chin area.
Trying to get Michael Jordan and Cartwright. Here's Jordan. This shot, Lambeer, the rebound, and here's Thomas. This has not been a running series. It's been a half-court affair. Aguirre. Mahorn. And the rebound by Grant. Scottie Pippen was hit in the face, and he's hurt. Joe Crawford is dragging him off the floor as play continues.
Here we have the replay. You can see Pippen right in the center of your screen. He's going up, and then he takes the elbow as Lambeer comes down from that
Lambeer was
rebound.
dirty, boy.
Thomas would like to see Jordan pick up his fifth. Ball away by Isaiah. Sellers has it. 90-84. And they're going to call Rodman with the foul. I think
they're calling a double foul here, it looks like.
Oh, for those and for those of y'all who y'all know, Michael Jordan asked to get Rodman over there to the Chicago Bulls too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just dragged him off the court and continue to play. Nah, listen, I understand that. I get it. I know it was crazy back then because the way that they orchestrated the game was different. I'm not arguing that. But my biggest argument has been the fact that, like, hey, you mean to tell me that you think LeBron James couldn't play in that game, couldn't play in that league and thrive at what he's doing now? Yeah, I don't believe that.
Rodman and Michael Jordan.
Well, that'll be 5 on Michael Jordan. One more and he's gone.
Jordan's 4th. You know what's difficult about that, Dick, is that they had an advantage going down the floor. There it is right there. Michael Jordan was pushed into Rodman and forced Rodman to hit the floor.
Was a flopper. Rodman was a whole flopper. Rodman was a whole flopper out here in these streets. He ain't fooling no goddamn body, bro. He ain't fooling nobody. But listen, bro, that's all I'm saying. That's all I've been saying. That's all I've been talking about the whole time when it's about the Michael Jordan and LeBron James conversation. I get it. You know, I don't mention rings because if you mention rings, you got to mention Bill Russell. You got to mention the Kareems. You got to mention those guys, right? When you talk about the greatest, you also got to mention Kareem. If you really want to talk about the accolades and shit, you got to mention Kareem, right? But we know that ain't the case. Everybody know who watches basketball, who's a fan of basketball, who played basketball. We never mention any of those cats. We don't mention Bill Russell on any level. We don't mention Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. None of that shit. The 9 times out of 10, we always talking about Jordan, LeBron James, or Kobe. And people intertwine those three all the fucking time. Who was the greatest? Who was the top? Who was the top dog? Who was the top dog? Everybody has their own debate. People don't like LeBron because he left Cleveland for whatever reason. People don't rock with Kobe because of whatever fucking reason, or because the simple fact that he's 16-6 versus LeBron James, right? Or Michael Jordan himself. He played in the era where it was the perfect time where the players weren't as good in a sense as they are today, whatever the case may be. Yeah, Dr. J as well. So nobody mentions those guys. They only talk about Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. Now, whoever you got in your order, that's cool. That's your opinion. My opinion is LeBron James for many of reasons. But that don't take away from Kobe, and that don't take away from Jordan. The only time that I have to, so to speak, take away is when people try to do the same thing with LeBron James. Like, hey, bro, I get it. LeBron James ain't perfect. This nigga ain't flawless. I get that. But nor is Kobe Bryant flawless. Nor is Michael Jordan flawless. All of these niggas got flaws. So that's always the argument. But everybody try to argue this shit. And a lot of times it's always the niggas who ain't never hooped before. It's always the cats who ain't never played basketball before. It's like, man, sit your ass down somewhere. What you talking about? Man, I enjoy our basketball analysis and back and forth. Much respect. Hey, much respect to you, Bull City, bro. I appreciate you. See, this is the conversation that I love. I love having these conversations in that regard, because even though, we can still see eye to eye, we can still say, you know what? You right about that conversation. Like, you right about this. You know what I'm saying? Even though you may say that Jordan is your number one. And I'm like, that's fine. That's cool. But then we can say, look, all right, cool. Well, I understand where you're coming from in this aspect. I see what you mean by this. I see what you mean by that. Okay, so now I understand. Now we understand each other while we look at things from a different perspective. And we come together. It's like, I got it. Even though Jordan, my main guy, and LeBron, your main guy, but I understand. I meet you halfway on that. That's a respectful conversation. Now we understand each other. Now it ain't always a go back and forth situation. It's like, oh shit, nah. We understand each other now. Yeah, Moses Malone, Oscar Robinson. And I hate and to be honest with you, I hate what they did to Russell Westbrook, though. I hate the narrative they put against Russell Westbrook. Even though I 110% believe that Russell Westbrook I never relied on his jump shot, but I could never deny what he did in OKC. I could never deny that. Oh, God, no. And to treat him the way that they did these past few weeks, nah, fam. That shit was diabolical. That shit was diabolical. But good thing he found a team, though, with the Kings, though. Good thing he found a team, bro. Because that shit's crazy. Like, you can't not put Russ on your team. You can't not have Russ on your team. That's crazy, bro. You cannot do that. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. Do I have anything else? What else I got? I don't know if I got anything else. Let's see. We both probably logged 100,000 hours on the court, though. You can tell when someone has an opinion and never played. I could tell you on the court. Oh, 100%, bro. 100%. That's a fact. You can tell. A lot of times you can definitely tell. I had my time from the age of 6 all the way up through, and then playing past college. Yeah, I had my time for sure. Still hard. It's still hard to this day for me to not want to go out and actually get some runs in, bro. But I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, I done my time. I did my thing. You know, I had my jersey retired in high school. You know what I'm saying? That was a dope thing for me. Went to college, played ball there for, you know what I'm saying, for a bit. Did my time there. Thought I was gonna go, you know, at least overseas, because I ain't like I'm fucking 6'4" no shit like that. So I had to be realistic about the situation. It's like, all right, go play ball overseas or some shit like that. But I didn't put forth the effort that I needed to. I ain't put forth the extra work and that I needed to put in. And that was my own doing, right? That was my own doing. And so, hey, I did my 4 years, played ball, you know, got buckets when I needed to, and called it. You know what I mean? And so I'm happy with that. J. Cole plays in my Sunday pickup game. Oh, for real? That's what's up, bro. He got that bitch cooking, huh? He be out that bitch straight cooking on it. Let's see what else. Do I got anything else? Let's see here. We got that. Let's see, wrong. Now let's go here with it. Okay, I think we straight there. Yeah, I saw a couple of his highlights, you know what I'm saying? But I can't really trust the highlights like that, man. You know, the highlights be lying to people sometimes, making people think they better than what they are. Man, you know how many dudes I done played against in the past that I saw their highlights, you're like, oh, this nigga tough. But then when you actually see him in real life and you actually play against him, it's like, bro, this nigga garbage. Yeah, I done seen many of that, so I can't go by the highlights alone. I can't no more. See the highlights. Oh, he look like he's solid. But I need to see him. I need to see him in real deal action. I need to see him during the game, not during the clips and edited shit out. Nah, I want to see all of it. I want to see all of it. So yeah. No, I don't think I got nothing else for tonight. I think that was a good one. They picking me because I'm 41. I played the first game, take a black and mild, a smoke break, get back on the court. I feel that, bro. I feel that. But no, man, listen. I appreciate y'all, dog, for coming to kick it with your boy again. Tonight was a great show. We only gonna continue to keep getting better and better. I had a friend tell me that, they really enjoyed my show. And that from the first time that I did my live stream until now, how I've evolved and how much I've gotten better with my live streams, and they actually enjoy the entertainment and everything that comes with it. And it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning, bro. Listen. I'm never gonna be the guy that's gonna take credit for shit that I didn't do. I'm never gonna be the guy that's not gonna pay homage to people that have inspired me or put me in certain places or have guided me in a certain direction to help me improve and level up in life. And one of those people is real deal, Anton Daniels, bro. And the reason I say that is because it's not like me glazing or no shit like that. I don't do that. But it's the simple fact of I see where he started from and where he's at now, and to the fact that all it takes is the work. It continue to keep showing up, continue to keep pushing forward. And that's what I'm doing. You know, I put that battery in my bag and it's like, look, bro, if you're going to do this shit, do it. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. And if you're going to do it, make sure you continue to keep showing up each and every fucking time, dog. If it's 3 days a week, you show up 3 days a week. And that's what I've been doing. Showing up 3 days a week, kicking it with y'all. Listen, I'm saying, I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. We gonna reach 1 million views. We gonna reach 1 million views. We gonna reach 1 million subscribers. We gonna reach all of that, and then we gonna break the bag down. We gonna break it off with the people from Banter and Barter, and then we gonna continue to keep diving deep and bringing up a bigger bag, and we gonna rock out with people on the back end that's gonna be continue to help me build and grow this platform. Listen, we gonna do big things out here. From live time, yeah, exactly. From live time to meal time, for real. Hey, I appreciate you, Bull City, bro. So you getting better every show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're gonna continue to keep growing, continue to keep building. Now my main focus is the Patreon. Now I want to make sure that I'm bringing value to everybody on the back end too. You know what I mean? So not just on the show. I want to make sure I'm bringing value to people on the Patreon, giving them the reason to tap into the Patreon. So that way we can run that up, because I want to start having meetups, bro. I want to start rocking with people in real life, in real time. Because I don't know many people out in Arizona that's doing that. So I might as well be the main guy. I might as well be the first guy in Arizona to start doing that. Like, real deal, have the biggest YouTube channel in Arizona, having people come out here, come kick it with me. You know what I'm saying? We come rock out with the Banter and Barter crew, all of it. All of it. So, yeah, but we're going to get there in due time, though. In due time. We just going to continue to keep grinding, continue to keep pushing, continue to keep doing what we need to do. You feel me? You feel me, dog? Let's see what we got. Fam, you wouldn't show up to your game unprepared, so why you still wilding out down there? That's why I had to collab with Manscaped. It's all about precision, confidence, and staying ready for whatever's coming your way, if you get what I mean. When you feel clean, you move different. And on the Courtnee Edgar Show, we keep it real, we keep it sharp, focused, and ready for anything. Now, I ain't gonna steer you wrong, so you gotta make sure you hit the link below. The link is gonna be in the description as well as pinned in the chat. And look, get your Manscaped kit right now and stop showing up to life unprepared. Now let's get into it. Welcome to the Courtnee Edgar Show. So look, man, I appreciate y'all for kicking it with your boy. I thank y'all. Make sure you're here with me on Tuesday. That's Banter and Barter. That's Banter and Barter night. So, you know, we're going to have the crew. We might bring Carmen back. We might bring Carmen back on the show Tuesday, bro. I think that'd be dope. Bring her back on Tuesday. Bull City says, I've never been to Arizona. Never been to Arizona. I promised J-Ben I would help him research some foreclosures and auction properties out there. Listen, bro. Hell yeah. Listen, one thing's for sure. Two things for certain. Because I remember at one point I was doing wholesale real estate at one point during the pandemic. I remember when I was doing that shit, man. I made a couple of sales, but it wasn't a long-term thing. Yeah, bro. Look, we focused. Look, we grinding. Yeah, butterfly, that was me. Yeah, bro. We doing something. Yeah, Carmen's solid, bro. I fuck with Carmen. I'm trying to get, bro. Lolo hit me back. She hit me back and she said she gonna be interested. So G gonna gotta get her on. Just gotta get her on because she be doing her modeling thing and shit like that. So we're gonna get her on too. Nah, that's me, fam. That's me. Yeah, so hopefully we can get Lolo on. She's solid. She was dope too. But if not, we can never go wrong with Carmen. Foreclosures and renovations is what I specialize in for 17 years. Man, you ain't saying nothing but a word. Say less. Listen. Hold on. Let me ask you a question then, Bull City. Do you know who matter of fact, let me make sure I can pull her up real quick. Cause she out here. Well, she was out here. Her name is Toddy. Real estate chick. You know who she is? Real estate chick out here in the streets. You in North Carolina? Well, I think she was doing real estate out there in Ohio too, though. Let me show you. Maybe y'all might be better with faces. I don't know. I could be wrong though. This chick right here. Let me show you. You ever seen her before? Real estate shorty. Her name is Toddy. And so so she does she does real estate, more so wholesale real estate. And so she's one of the chicks actually that I'm going to have in the Patreon. Now I'm going to do an interview with her in regards to real estate. So she's one of the people that I'm going to be bringing in, because she was supposed to come on Banter and Barter, but I guess, in regards to the things that she do, I guess she didn't want to fuck up the image or whatever the case, however that would look. But I was like, all right, that's cool. So I re-proposed the question to her. I said, all right, since you didn't want to come on to the panel, I know that you've been in real estate heavy. You've been pretty successful too. I've seen her do a lot of different things. I've been following her for a long time, for a good while. And I seen her growth. Never seen her. I don't follow any real estate people. Very hard to teach me new things about real estate. No, that's fair. I understand that, bro. I would just consider the fact that you said that you were in real estate, and that she is too, but you might have knew her or some shit like that. But yeah, she's gonna be one of the girls that I'm gonna interview on the Patreon, for people who may want to start getting in real estate, or who may be interested in some sort of wholesale real estate or any kind of that sort. I'm gonna start with her, and then I'm gonna reach out to some other people too who may, just in different avenues and different spaces, who are successful and who are, doing the damn thing. Not the people who just starting out. Some of my people who've been doing it for some years and are actually successful, making good dough, and can really give some insight on, their field. So I think that'd be dope. No, I feel you bullshit. I get that. But you know what I'm saying? When you in it for 17 years, you know what I'm saying? You know a lot your damn self. That's the bigger thing. You know a lot your damn self. So I feel that. I get that 100%. And also that'll drive some of her client, and also that'll probably help drive some of her clientele and people that follow her over to the channel too. They come rock out with your people. You feel me? Yeah. But yeah, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for kicking with me. So I'm about to head out, and until next time, man, I'll holla, dog.